Paranormal. 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 Paranormal.
Creep with me.
Paranormal.
Creep with me. Creep with me.
Paranormal.
Creep with me. Creep with me.
Paranormal.
Creep with me. Creep with me. Creep with me.
Welcome to
ParanormalHooD.
Who the fuck is this?
ParanormalHooD.
Who the fuck is this?
ParanormalHooD.
Who the fuck is this?
ParanormalHooD.
If you're feeling lucky, duck, then press your luck.
Creep with me as I crawl through the hood.
We have the paranormal voice of the hood.
Creep with me as I crawl through the hood.
JiGGY and the hoodie.
Creep with me as I crawl through the hood.
You're listening to Paranormal Hood Live Radio with the sound of DJ Juan Lance. Paranormal Hood.
This is ParanormalHooD. JiGGY and the hoodie. Ain't afraid of no ghosts.
Creep with me as I crawl through the hood.
Paranormal, baby. That's how we doing it, Paranormal Hood.
ParanormalHooD.
Welcome to
Paranormal Hood.
Creep with me as I crawl through the hood.
Paranormal. 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 Paranormal.
keeping it on lockdown. All world is in the building.
Welcome to my hood. Where ain't nothing normal. You can take a walk in my hood. Where everything paranormal. Everything paranormal. If you're scared of dying, we got something for you. Open up the door, you can be immortal. If you really try to ride, step into the buckle up. I'ma show you where it's at. We gon' burn a couple blunts, we gon' pop a couple caps. I ain't talking about 4-5s from the strap. Psilocybin driving, so we headed off the map. What you know about? Tasting color, seeing sound with a crystal eye. Turning nothing into something when we alchemize. Vandalize the lies with the truth. Ain't nobody wanna take shots to this proof. All we ever wanted was the answers. Looking for unique, but our vision keep us phantom. Phantom black man, ghost writing in a pentagram. I'm from the place where our thoughts meet the program. Not too many open to the power that they hold. Just know that when we shine, it's the reflection of your soul. Supreme beings moving, watch the galaxy implode. We are not alone. If you're not normal, welcome home. Yeah. Welcome to my hood. Where ain't nothing normal. You can take a walk in my hood. Where everything paranormal. Everything paranormal. If you're scared of dying, we got something for you. Open up the door, you can be immortal. If you really try to ride, step into the I gotta hold on to this feeling. I'll be seeing visions through the folds of the prism. Projecting all wishes, anything I want is given. Paranormal vision, you can call it supervision. Control the superstition, make them wonder how we do it. They seen us in the mud, now we out here making music with the paranormal movement that's stronger than what you deal with. If Jesus was just a fraud, then hallelujah for Judas. Caesar is not the mob, so it just had to be Brutus. They hate when we on our job, cause persecution is useless. Proof that what we doing is more than just making music. Utilizing the truth, drop it off in the hood. Show 'em what's really good, the feeling is understood. We don't just what it means to get it by all means. Supreme beings moving, watch reality explode. We are not alone, if you're not normal, welcome home.
Yeah.
Welcome to my hood. Where ain't nothing normal. You can take a walk in my hood. Where everything paranormal. Everything paranormal. If you're scared of dying, we got something for you. Open up the door, you can be immortal. If you really try to ride, step into the portal.
It's my theme music. Every good hero should have some.
20,000 police in the whole town. Can you dig it? Can you dig it? Can you dig it?
Smoke weed every day.
From Boston outer space, we're gonna take you all over the place. So sit back and enjoy the ride, because this is Paranormal Hood Live.
All right. You're gonna learn today.
And you know this, man.
Just mad cause your ass is old.
What's Hood Hoodies? Welcome to Thursday night. Let me take this mask off. I don't need it here in the studio. It's Paranormal Hood Live Radio. And we are live and direct in the God of Knowledge Studios. Let's say what's up to everybody in the chat room. Jonaside, Mr. First, of course. He likes to come in first. What's up, Littles? Came in second tonight. Michael Adams. L. Winston, good to see you. Tell Lily I said hello. Out of Mind, good to see you. Seek Vet, good to see you. BG's, good to see you. Bunya, good to see you. Did I forget anybody? John Barkley, welcome. And it's just good to see everybody tonight. We're rocking out here on this Thursday night in the midst of the pandemic. Dun, dun, dun. Oh, I'm alive. You alive?
I'm alive. You alive?
I think. Hold on. Ouch! All right, yeah, I think I'm alive. I'm alive. Yes. In the midst of all the madness, folks, we bring another show. You know how it goes. So thank you, everybody who's taking the time out of your not-so-busy schedule, those of us who aren't essential. Jonas, I know you're essential work. Anybody else who's essential, I just want to take the time to personally thank you for what you're doing.
I got my essential work done today.
You did? I got my essential work done at home today. I still can't work even if I wanted to anyway, so Yeah, but thank you guys who go out there, like Jonaside and anybody else who's in the chat who listens to this in the future. For the folks who are out there on the front line doing work and have no choice but to go to work and pretty much holding the rest of us down. So
you're welcome.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Thank you. We appreciate you. Thank you very much. I wish I could be out there with you. I just can't.
Thank you to everybody else out there with me and everything, and everybody. And thank you to everybody staying at home.
That too. Yeah, absolutely.
Stay home. Y'all don't need to be out there.
Nope. Nothing to do. Nothing to see. Ain't shit open. Ain't nothing to do. You gotta go to the restaurant, grab some food, and go home. That's about it. It's really pretty much all you can do.
Just
go
hanging
food
out
shopping.
in grocery stores and shit.
Yeah, they're like browsing the aisles and shit, like taking time. People who hate grocery shopping, like stopping and looking at the ingredients.
Straight up, I'm in grocery stores and stuff, a few times a day right now. And yeah, there's people. I'm just like, y'all. You should know what you want right now. Get in, get out.
That's what I'm saying.
I know what I want. Every store, I mean, that's because I do it for a living and everything like that. But even if I wasn't, you should know the store you shop at regularly and what you need to get in and get out. People are over there reading labels, looking around, and I'm like, I need to get something right there. You know what I mean? Because I don't want to be all like up. Because normally I just be like right in there, right in their face, grab stuff right out of there. And I'm like, you ain't gonna move out of my way. I'm just gonna reach in there. But right now I'm like, come on, hello. I'm like, excuse me, could you just step back a little bit? Thank you. This is how you shop. And then I'm on my way. I'm already done, and they're still back there looking at something.
Jonas, I said, yeah, the pot shops, you're lucky. The pot shops here, unless it's medicinal, they're trying to reopen the recreational ones, but they're having a battle about it. Because it's like, if liquor stores can be open, why wouldn't you have recreational pot shops?
Exactly. I think that's ridiculous.
You'd rather have people at home smoking weed and not drinking.
The medical is open, which is good, but they should have it for the recreational and stuff. But they got to set up, they got to have protocols and stuff in place because people are going to try and swamp in that place.
Well, they have the protocols like they did anything else. I mean, that's what they're doing. They have protocols at every store now. How many people can go in, how many people at a time can be served, all market basket, all implementing that stuff.
Oh, so. I know. I'm in there. I'm out there.
And Bunya, that's funny you say that because Bill Burr is one of our favorite. He's actually from Boston, where we're from. And he's one of our favorite comedians, too. Dude is an absolute he's just hilarious as fuck. I listen to his Thursday morning, Monday morning podcast. I actually literally follow his podcast and everything. If you ever want to see one of the funniest fucking bits that he's ever done, if you've never heard it, just look up the one where he pretty much roasts the city of Philadelphia. Well, he's live in Philadelphia. It is literally one of the funniest fucking moments in comedic history that you will ever hear. Literally, this shit is hilarious. Like when a dude from Boston goes to another city and roasts the whole city there to their crowd, to their faces. Like that shit is phenomenal. So if you ever get a chance, Bunny, if you haven't seen it, please check that out. You'll get a good laugh. Especially if you're a Bill Burr fan because you know how he is. So yeah, that's just funny.
Yeah, they do 6 feet lines and shit like that. All the grocery stores here now, all of a sudden, I don't know how they did it so quick and everything. They all have sneeze guards up and shit like that. They all got plastic things in front of the cashiers and everything like that. And but I'm out there. I got the mask, my gloves. I got sanitizer. I'll keep going.
You gotta watch out with the 6 feet. No, remember, everybody can't count too.
I take my temperature all the time and stuff like that just to make sure. I actually now that when I go to work for Amazon, I have to take my temperature before my shift starts.
Well, I told you there's no need for sympathy or anything, so you don't have to worry about that. But like my father has it, but my father lives in Atlanta, so he reached out to me. But he's 72 years old and in pretty good shape and stuff. So he said that he didn't really even realize he had it. So he started coughing at night, and my stepmom woke him up, and he went to the hospital, and they kept him for 4 days, and now he's literally is almost done with his quarantine now. So I think he had 2 more days. So I think today is actually, because last time I talked to him, today should be the day he's allowed out of quarantine. I told him to still take it easy and stuff. So you never know, because they told me you can't get it again and all that. I was like, you don't know what the hell you can do. Just be cautious, especially because his job, because he's a bus driver, so he's around a lot of people. So I told him, yeah, just take it easy. And that's the same thing I told you guys. Just take it easy. Just do the best you can. Just be smart. You just got to be smart right now. We're inundated with so much information from all over the places. Like everybody, even my parents are still talking to me about conspiracy theories and different things. And I'm like, I take it all with a grain of salt. I absolutely don't know what to think. And as we get this stuff goes down the line, we'll figure it out, I guess. Or maybe we'll never figure it out.
I'm Ace Ventura the shit out of packages right now. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. I'm not really kicking packages up to people's porches and shit because I don't want to go there. That'd be great.
Right by tossing them.
Just toss them out the window and shit
Hey,
like that.
Trust me, I know they've tossed some packages
Bro,
before
there's
this, so you know
videos,
they're
plenty of
doing
videos
shit
of
now.
that stuff. But yeah, people got cameras and like everywhere I go, you can't do any shit like that nowadays. Everywhere you go, people got them fucking Ring doorbells. Even if you don't press it, it records you. They're motion censored. Those all these little doorbells that people got with the cameras and stuff, they turn on. They're motion censored. So as you're walking up to the door, whether you push that doorbell or not, it starts recording you, and it saves that. So it's just stupid to do shit like that, but it'd be fucking hilarious.
I wasn't coming in your house, motherfucker.
I should do it sometime with just some like Amazon boxes that I have and just make like a fucking TikTok video or something like that.
I don't even know what TikTok is. I just see a bunch of videos. I'm bothered to even fuck with it. It's not really my thing. All right, let me jump in a few stories since we're pretty much early tonight, normal kind of time. Do a little news for you guys, and then we'll get into talking about the shit that's hitting the fan all around us. All right, so first up in the news, comet of a generation half the size of the sun inbound. Atlas, a massive comet 5 times the size of Jupiter and about half the size of the sun, will appear brighter than Venus from Earth by the end of April. The exact size of the rocky ice core of the strange comet isn't known, but is likely only a few miles across. But it has a gigantic atmosphere, in quotations, staggering 720,000 kilometers, which is 387 miles wide, about half as wide as the sun. It's currently close to Mars. Hold on, how is this thing written? Sorry, okay. It's currently close to Mars' orbit, but increasing in speed as it makes its way towards the sun and will make its closest approach to Earth in April. When it gets towards the inner solar system, it will become one of the brightest objects in the night sky and potentially the comet of a generation. That's how they wrote the story. Okay, well, sorry, that's the way the story ended. Yeah. But, so, we should have another bright thing in the sky to look at this month. Maybe it's the end of the world. Maybe that's what it is. It's probably it's the Anunnaki, yo.
It's coming back. It's Nibiru.
Yeah, it's Nibiru. It's coming back, yo.
Back. That's what it's already waiting for it to be said.
They released the virus. Now they're on their way back to fuck with us. Makes all kinds of sense. All right, there's a couple of stories that actually feel good stories, especially in light of everything going on. India on lockdown. Endangered sea turtles to lay a record 60 million eggs.
Whoa. God damn.
Thanks to the current global pandemic, India's sea turtles are on course to lay 60 million eggs this year. The coronavirus is an ongoing pandemic that is affecting humans with more than 683,000 cases in over 190 countries and territories. And I'm sure this has gone up since they wrote this article, resulting in the death toll of 32,100 people. However, the global pandemic has had some positive effects in other aspects, for example, the environment. In India, over 475,000 endangered olive ridley sea turtles have reached the land to dig their nest and lay eggs at Rushikula Beach. I think I'm saying it right. Apologize if I'm not. Because of the restrictions in place due to COVID-19, humans can't go to too many places, leading the endangered turtles to be protected from any human presence. To prove this, the magazine Down to Earth reported that over 250,000 mother turtles have taken part in the daytime nesting activity within the past week alone. However, this doesn't mean that the turtles are going to procreate a mass nesting. The coronavirus lockdown has prevented this by allowing the 25 forest guards and researchers to focus on guarding the turtles. The Forest Department explained, every alternate year is either a bad year or a good year. However, in the last 2 years, we have seen a phenomenal increase in nesting numbers. This year, we have estimated that at least 4.75, which is 475,000, because lakh, whatever that is, that's how they measure, came on to nest on Rushika Beach. As a side note, the number of average eggs they lay in the mass nestings by each mother is around 80 to 100. Good Lord. And the eggs usually hatch in 45 days. After they hatch, the baby turtles emerge to make their way out to sea. So that's some good news there, see? Having some positive effects with all this stuff. At least on everything around us. You got anything over there?
Yeah.
Go ahead, go for it.
This is an interesting one. Sasquatch with glowing fingers startles hunters in Michigan. Fuck, Bigfoot's getting magical. He's getting his Harry Potter on or some shit, dude. Glowing fucking fingertips. Watch out. Let's see here. I was hunting pheasant in mid-Michigan. Joining me was my cousin and brother-in-law. We had one small section of field left to push, and we were going to call it a day. My dog hit on a bird about 15 yards from the field edge to the wood line. I gave her some advanced commands, and she slowly crept up on point. As she came in to jump the bird, a deep growl came from the tall grass where she was pointing. It was nothing like any of us had ever heard before or since, for that matter. Instantly, my dog backed off point and had her tail between her legs. I remember seeing the grass start to bend at multiple spots, indicating to me that whatever had been bedding in the grass was very large. I said to the group, all right, let's back off and get the hell out of here. My brother-in-law, who is a different breed of idiot, said, bullshit, I'm going to shoot whatever the hell that is. Fucking idiots.
What's up, Victor Surge?
As he had just finished that sentence, up stood a Sasquatch, roughly 8.5 feet to 9 feet tall. He let out another growl that I have nightmares till this day from. I say he only because of the growl, of the deep growl. I didn't see or don't remember seeing any identifying sex organs. The fingers on this thing seemed to be glowing in an amber orange, bright color. His hair was grayish to reddish brown in color, absolutely frigging huge. We were frozen stiff, literally could not get a word out of my mouth. It felt like an hour we stood there eye to eye with it. Then it walked into the wood line. The woods in the area were flat, and it was younger forest with not many large girth trees. After it went into the shadows of the wood line, we followed behind just to help us verify what the fuck we just seen. But when we reached the woods, that was absolutely nothing to be seen. I mean, no sound of walking, no birds, no squirrels, no Sasquatch anywhere. Right.
Maybe he found one of Michael Jackson's gloves or something?
Yeah, something. Fucking glowing fingertip fucking Sasquatches out there.
He has jazz hands, man. He's trying to be cool, you know? He probably found some lights or something. I had finger lights. Like, you have the little lights on your fingers and stuff you can use. Maybe you have some of those. Anything's possible.
Yeah, Victor, I have 3 jobs, and all 3 jobs I'm basically on the front line every single day, all day long with my jobs. I work for Instacart, which I shop for people, and the majority of the people that I'm shopping for are all old people. When I get there and everything, they're older people. They're waving at me, thanking me through the window and stuff like that. I just leave the groceries and I go. I wear mine, like I said. Then I work for Amazon, and I deliver packages, and so, I mean, as you hear on the news and stuff, Amazon workers are popping up all over the place in the warehouses with fucking this shit and everything. But I go in there, I'm all covered, I'm in my vehicle. They have it set up now where when you go in, they don't even take your license to scan it or anything anymore. You just hold it up, and they're standing back 6 feet away, and they're shooting it with the fucking thing and everything.
With a laser.
So you're not in contact with anybody and stuff. They got all kinds of rules in place, you know. So then I'm out there, and then I'm delivering packages to people and stuff like that. And people I'm not even delivering packages are thanking me and stuff like that. So it's just kind of cool and everything. But it's what I would normally do. I started doing the Instacart again because they don't pay that good, but there's orders sometimes that I'll go and I'll do and everything like that are kind of worth it and stuff like that. But I started doing it again to help people because I was like, I can go and do this and I can help people. I'm young and I'm healthy. If I get the virus, I should be okay. You know what I mean? And I'll just be safe at it. And then I work in a doctor's office, so my wife works in one too, so you know what I mean? So all 3 of my jobs put me out there in contact and in places all day long. So, yeah, it's... You know, like I said, I check my temperature and stuff all the time. I know the difference between my weed cough and the type of cough that I have to look out for and everything like that, you know. So, yeah, we're all just everybody just be safe. Like I said, I have masks and gloves and sanitizer everywhere. It's freaking ridiculous how much sanitizer I use to go through and shit every day.
It's funny, I went to my closet and found some fucking hand sanitizer in one of my boxes. I was like, word, score! You can't find none of that shit at stores. Bleach, nothing. All right. I have another story real quick that has to do with the times currently. Ghosts enlisted to guard Indonesian village on lockdown.
You're an idiot.
An Indonesian village practicing self-isolation to prevent the spread of the coronavirus has tasked a pair of people dressed as ghosts with guarding the community. I wish a ghost would run up on me like that. That'd be funny to get punched in your fucking head. The strange supernatural oversight has reportedly been put into practice at the town of Tuksonga on the island of Java. Every evening for the last few days, two individuals sit at the main entrance to the village, dressed as pokongs. I think is how it's pronounced, which are infamous spirits in the Indonesian culture that are said to be undead entities clad head to toe in a burial wrap. The pokongs will check on anyone who passes the gate, said village spokesperson Enko, I'm not saying this dude's name, and ensure that they are disinfected before they enter the community. The ghosts are also presumably on guard to ensure that no one leaves the town before the quarantine has come to an end. Well, Dodo explained, which is this gentleman's name, that the spirits act as something of a symbol beyond merely being a clever way of getting people's attention. The pokongs are to remind us of death, he said, musing that they serve to remind those who may be stubborn about adhering to the lockdown that should they not obey the rules, they can themselves become a pokong. That's funny. To that end, in addition to their guard duty, the ghosts have also been used to scare youngsters who are roaming around the village at night by popping out from the shadows and terrifying them, as can be seen in a video which is attached to this. As some readers may recall from earlier this week, the idea of enlisting a faux ghost to keep the streets clear of young people during a lockdown also came about in Malaysia, where a man dressed as a spirit to frighten stubborn teens became something of a sensation in the country. In an update to the story, police in the community gave the individuals behind the apparition a scare of his own when they visited his home yesterday. Fortunately for him, they were not there to arrest him and in fact had stopped by to thank him for doing his part in helping to enforce the quarantine. That's funny. Yeah, that's why I tell people, don't try to scare me. You may get fucked up. I fuck people up fucking trying to scare me and shit. I'm not the type of person to jump out on. You don't want to do that, trust me.
No. I don't get scared.
Exactly. You're just going to get hurt.
I react
Exactly.
to the situation at hand. And it's not getting scared. All right, we got one more for our listeners and viewers down under. Photographs of a supposed alien ship dropped in Australia.
Where's Dex at? Where's Brad Gray? BG's, where you at?
Those who say that UFO photos are always blurred and too far away to be able to identify them cannot say the same about the images were taken by two men in Australia. The photos and selfies are just above what they say are the remains of an alien spacecraft. Even its beer can is clearly visible. What is blurry now is exactly what it could be. This case belongs to MUFON and its number is 99,500, which can also be seen on the UFO Stalker website. Obviously, the report is not made by the actual witnesses, photographers, and was submitted 2 years after the alleged discovery. They called some friends and told them that they would come to pick them up to show them the object. When they returned a few hours later, the site had been cleaned and there were no remains of it. There was a police tape, but everything else was gone. They took some pictures with their phones before and after. Alien ship dropped in Australia. Hold on, I have to go to another thing. The post on MUFON was picked up by the intrepid observer of the UFO portal Texas UFO, who uploaded the photos to their website and social networks, where the skeptics focused on the idea that the supposed debris seemed to come from a movie. Yeah, have you seen these?
The fuck?
Yeah.
Okay. Probably some bro. Anything else short?
That's it. So... Doesn't say what part of Australia or ever it is. Oh, wait, hold on. Maybe is there a little bit more?
Yeah,
Yep, there is some more to it. Hold on. Sorry, there's a whole shitload of ads, and then the story's way down here at the bottom. All right, and that's entirely possible since the film crew has used Macedon or Macendo, the name of the city and the mountains where it sits, especially for scenes of the 2009 science fiction film Knowing. The film of terror, Do Not Be Afraid of the Dark, alien ship dropped in Australia. However, those scenes were filmed 4 years before the alleged UFO incident was discovered. Enough time for it to deteriorate. Movie sets are not made to last or to be vandalized. The area is also located a few kilometers from the location of Hanging Rock, the famous geological formation that has great spiritual and cultural significance. Then there is the police barrier tape. That is the strangest part of this report. Why would police be called to remove a set of old movie, and why would they cordon off the area with yellow tape? It does not sound like things were from a movie or a picnic. Any ideas? And if the police are trying to remove it and so nobody knows it was there, why would they leave evidence that they were there with police tape and shit? I don't know. Whatever it is, this sounds like a great argument for a new movie in a beautiful place that is cheaper to shoot than Hollywood. What do you think about it? Leave your comments below. And that's it.
No,
that's
I got
all
a funny one here.
You got another one over there? All right. What do we got?
Washington State man arrested while teaching dog to drive.
You're an idiot.
Authorities in Washington State were understandably surprised when they caught up to a man who had led them on a high-speed chase and discovered that his dog was behind the wheel. The bizarre incident reportedly occurred this past Sunday afternoon when the unnamed driver hit a pair of vehicles and quickly fled the scene. Cops on the lookout for the motorist subsequently spotted him driving 100 miles per hour down the highway and began what soon turned into a high-speed pursuit. With a convoy of cruisers behind him, the man eventually exited the highway and attempted to escape along some side roads, but his plan quickly fell apart and his vehicle came to a stop thanks to some spike strips deployed by police. It was at that point that officers approached the vehicle and were greeted by a pit bull sitting in the driver's seat. Incredibly, authorities say the man sitting in the passenger seat and presumably working the steering wheel for the canine informed them that he had been teaching his dog how to drive.
You suck, you jackass.
You are one pathetic loser.
As one can imagine, authorities were not amused and charged the man with reckless driving and felony eluding, among other vehicular offenses. The motorist was also cited for driving under the influence, which may explain what inspired the decision to try and teach his dog to drive. What became of the canine a mystery, but one assumes it was taken into custody by animal control rather than being allowed to drive home on its own. Hey, listen, in these times right now where you're home too, you might want to send the dog to the store or something. You want to teach your dog how to drive and go shop, right?
Yeah. There is that one dog that does drive, but when he drove on roads, the roads were closed and everything to the public and stuff like that. And then, but
hey, I'm just saying.
I mean, if you're gonna teach a dog to drive, do it out back in your fucking. You must have a farm. Go to your neighbor's farm or something like that. Do it where not on.
That's
He's like, I'm teaching him to be my designated driver.
Someone's got to drive. He told me to stay home and shit. And I said,
I tried to drive, but this dog took my keys and said, I'll drive you home.
You're too drunk. I got this.
I was like, okay. It looks like you can drive better than me.
Apparently not, though. Wait a minute. So who the fuck was hitting the gas and the brakes?
No, like the dog that can drive, it has special things that the dog can do.
Yeah, but I don't think that this dude.
No, I don't think that dude did. He might have had maybe he had some way that he was doing it. I don't know.
He was driving.
They have a driver's ed car.
No, he was driving.
He was driving, and the dog was in his lap.
Yeah, the dog. No, he switched.
He switched probably.
When he got to the end there after the spike just probably switched and shit, and was like, I was over here doing it because that doesn't even make sense.
I don't know.
I guess you could work the gas. And I mean, I've done it. You could work depending on the kind of car though too. Most cars aren't even. Oh, listen, that's just. What's up, Raphael? What's up, Blue Eyes? What's up, Lauren? Ryan Wilhite. What's good, everybody? Thank you.
I don't know how he was doing it.
Smoking Fox. Enjoy being. Thank you guys for stepping in. What's up, Brandon Young? Rocking out with us tonight. That's AKB. Omar Corona. How you doing, everybody? Good to see you. How's everybody holding up? Hope everybody's doing good. You're here with us. We're here with you. In the middle of the madness. Now, I never really thought in my 50 years that this is where we would be in 2020. I thought we'd have like space cars or something. Like maybe the aliens would have been here by now. I never would have thunk that this would be the shit we were dealing with.
I let my son sit on my lap and drive all the time, in like parking lots and stuff.
That's how most, back in the day, that's how everybody learned how to drive. Anybody in here who's over a certain age, you know damn well most cases your first
I literally
driving
used to drive like when my dad was, but he was fucked up and stuff, and I would steer.
That is very common back in the day.
That was back then, but nowadays, like in the parking lots, like if we're like a shopping plaza, I'm going from one store over to the other end of the parking lot. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know, I'll just let him sit on my lap, and he could steer and everything. He knows what he's doing. He's like, he tells me to hit the brake and shit. I'm like, I got it. Don't worry.
That's how you learn how to drive. The cops wouldn't even stop you back then. Shit, we used to ride in the back of station wagons, sitting on top of the fucking gas tank with no seatbelts, facing the fucking traffic, like coming at you. The most dangerous part of the fucking vehicle. It's a whole different day and age now. Hey, I mean, my cat can flush the toilet. My cats can fucking open the door if they wanted to. Like, animals are smart. They ain't that. I mean, I guess a dog. Yeah, you said there is a dog that drives, right?
Yeah, there is a dog that drives. There may be more than one. I just know of one. There might be more than one, but I know of one dog that drives. And the truck, he drives this really old fucking fashioned truck thing that's, like I said, the guy that taught it how to drive and does it and stuff made these special pedal things and all this shit for it and everything, and the dog just fucking steers and fucking goes down the street and shit.
Got you. I guess. Hey, like I said, if I could send a dog to go shopping for me and shit, let's say you had a Tesla or like a self-driving car, I'd be like, hey, you know, Sparky, I want to go to the store, you know, get the usual. You know what I'm saying? Put a little credit card on his neck, you just walk up and just fucking scan it and shit and keep it moving. That'd be dope. But I believe the dude was driving the car. I just wanted it to make sense. There's no way that fucking dog was. Yeah, okay. That's a good one, though. That's hilarious. And also, if anybody sees Davey, let Davey know that I guess the goats are back. They're invading Welsh towns. So he should see.
Oh, you see all the pictures from around here, dude?
What?
Fucking coyotes just coming out, walking down the streets and all over the place and all over the city and stuff. Turkeys, all kinds of animals and shit are coming out the woods. They're like, hey, oh, this is nice.
I hope people have their pets indoors. Shit.
There's all kinds of stuff on there.
I've seen them. I told you, I've seen them.
Oh, I've seen, but no, they're like, you know, once they're coming out in areas like, and almost real close to downtown Boston and stuff, like coyotes just walking around. The turkeys, I see them way out of the city, but the turkeys are coming out more in the city and just walking down the streets and stuff. They usually stick to the sidewalks. Turkeys are pretty smart like that, you know. What else did I see? Oh, a lot of people are seeing a lot of foxes and stuff just out where they normally wouldn't see foxes and stuff. All kinds of stuff.
They're taking it back. Mother Nature's like, ha ha, ha ha. What I find amazing that there's still fucking people driving like assholes around here. Like, I'm like, where the fuck are you in a hurry to get to? There's no fucking traffic. There's very few cars on the road. It's like, calm the fuck down.
I was telling you guys yesterday, like at the pool room, I was saying, I'm not stopping at red lights right now. You know, I mean, if it's a red light, I got to stop at. There's other cars that, you know, some of the, but there's a lot of these red lights. There's no they're set up to handle the traffic and stuff, the normal flow of all this traffic and shit like that. And they haven't changed the timing of the lights or nothing. So I'm not stopping at them. I'm rolling through. If there's nobody else a thing and I don't see anybody coming, I'm just rolling straight through these fucking stoplights and stop signs and shit like that. There's nobody to fuck around. Some of these intersections, they're the busiest intersections in the world, where normally you're sitting at a red light for a minute, and you know, like a minute, and then it changes. Then you got to sit at it again because you're so far back in line and stuff. So these lights are fucking long. I ain't sitting at that shit right now. I'm going.
I guess.
There's nobody on the roads. I'm zipping around. I'm I'm getting my shifts done real quick with fucking when I'm delivering my packages.
I ain't already.
That's why we were able to get here and do the show on time tonight. There's no traffic. I can get my stuff done. I'm not gonna lie. I kind of like it right now. I think it's fucking great. I mean, it's not great in all aspects. Some aspects of it is great because, you know what I mean? People that are going to be out there getting stuff done, you're going to get out there and you can get some stuff done right now.
It probably doesn't even feel like a commute on the side. That's what I mean. Like I live in
It
a
don't.
flight path. Like
Dude.
you don't even hear the planes are rare.
Yesterday I
everything.
finished my shift. I told Steve I was like, I'll be over the pool room in 20 minutes. Thinking because where I was in Cambridge, how long it would normally take me to get there. I wasn't thinking. I was there like 10 minutes later. 10 minutes.
You forget you're thinking about the old school shit.
I know. I've been getting to work early and stuff. I'm like, I gotta go to work. I'm like, oh shit, I forgot again. I gotta remember. I can leave a few minutes later and stuff now. I can get to work in 5 minutes instead of
Dude,
fucking
like
15.
driving across the Zakum and you're like the only fucking guys. It's like you feel like you're like the Walking Dead or some shit. Like I'm like, yo, this shit is insane. Like if you know, like any major city, like our city flows like any major city. We have ridiculous. I think in fact Boston's traffic is
some of the worst traffic.
No, I think it's ranked number one in the world right now. I mean, the country at least. I think we have. Yeah, I wouldn't doubt it. We have horrible traffic. And if you look up the Big Pig or the Big Dig, which was the most expensive urban renewal project in the fucking country, yeah, that shit started when I was 16 fucking years old in 1986. And took them forever to fucking finish that thing, and it was supposed to fucking make all the traffic go away. I was like, yeah, you forgot that people, there's more people, there's more cars.
It did though. If you think about how long it used to, it literally the Green Monster. You know the Green Monster. There was two Green Monsters. There's Fenway Park, and there was the old elevated 93.
Yep.
It used to take during rush hour. It could take 3 hours to go a 3-mile span. That now is underground, that in rush hour, at the worst I've ever seen it, has taken me 30 minutes to go through that tunnel. But then you get to the other end of it, and it gets backed up to that fucking stretch down there. Which they're working, they want to do something to fix that. So it did do that. But the rest of the city, it's an old fucking city, and they're trying to cram all these fucking people and shit to it. That's the traffic that's normally what's the pain in the ass. 93, that's
it's all the motherfuckers who don't know how to fucking drive.
And then it's people who don't know how to
fucking
drive
Rhode
and
Island
shit.
plates, fucking New Hampshire plates, fucking Connecticut plates, fucking Vermont, Maine, everything. None of them motherfuckers can drive. They come here and fucking.
And then it's just the amount of cars and stuff. Like I said, right now, all these lights, you can tell they're set up to handle, on all these intersections are set up to handle all this traffic and stuff. You got to sit there and wait for all the cars that want to go left and all the cars that got to go straight this way and the cars that are going to go straight this way and everything. That's why I'm like, I'm not waiting for all these lights to fucking change. There's nobody here. I'm going. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So all this stuff, all these little intersections, all these, trying to think of the name of the intersection.
I ain't in a hurry to get nowhere.
But anyway, it's normally it literally would take 15 minutes to get through this one rotary intersection thing in Boston to get over the fucking river. Right. I get through that shit in 10 seconds, right? There's no cars there. Like, it's like one of the worst fucking. I hate if I have to drive over there at that time of day and stuff, and because it's like a parking lot, and you creep forward a couple feet at a fucking time until you get up over, because it forces like fucking 16 roads all down into this rotary up over a 1-lane bridge. That's the stupid shit in fucking Boston, you know what I mean? They got literally, it's like 6 fucking roads all coming into a rotary, and they're all trying to go up over this one-lane bridge. So everything coming in just jams up until you can creep and everybody goes through. And right now, it's nothing. I'm like, fuck, this is great.
Okay, B, you better believe when it's convenient, my ass will be in the. I'll be up north somewhere, in the country, away from all this shit. I'm 50 years old now. Like this shit, the whole city life. I've spent my whole life living in cities, and it's annoying at this point. But it has to be when I can do that and convenient because of other things going on. Like obviously, still do a show and everything and stuff. So. But
I don't even look for most of the places, depending on what your street I'm on and stuff right now. I don't even look for a place to pull over. I just stop right there in front of the house in the middle of the fucking street, throw in my hazards, I hop out, and I fucking I put the package up on the porch, I get back in, and I drive down the street again.
But there's no double parking problems right now. Anyway.
No, but the cops and everything, and the mayor, the governor and stuff said that they're allowing delivery drivers and stuff to do that and stuff, to double park and everything right now. They said they're not ticketing, they're harassing delivery. There's no traffic. Normally they would, because that stuff would create more traffic and shit like that. But right now, go for it. Like I said, there ain't nobody else on most of these roads most of the time. I don't see anybody else except for people walking down the street. I don't have to worry about if I'm blocking the road.
Like I said, I ain't in a hurry to get nowhere. I just find it funny. The motherfuckers people are still have chips on their shoulders, still driving around like idiots and shit. This should be humbling as shit to people. That's what's so funny. Like, it's not even humbling to some of these motherfuckers.
You never know. Some of the people that still might be driving faster and stuff might be trying to get somewhere. Somebody might have to. You never know.
Okay.
But for the most, I haven't really seen too many people driving too much like idiots. Again, I'm out there a lot on the roads. I'm not seeing a lot of people on the roads. That's the whole thing. Yeah, there's some people, some areas there's still a little bit of stuff, but for the most part, it's like driving in, dude. It's crazy when you drive around in downtown Boston and everything like that, where they're normal and there's almost nobody out walking around. There's nothing, no cars, nothing. You're driving around.
This is when you go out and film. If you were fucking doing a project for some fucking
there's actually
shit.
somebody just did a really good drone video and stuff of the. Did you see that of the city and everything? But you can tell he shot that earlier in the day, like early in the morning, because there are people. The city obviously the stuff is still going on, but even with the little bit of people that are out there, it's still really kind of eerie. The only way you normally see this is during like a blizzard. But it's not snowing right now, and it's been like this for almost 3 weeks.
I'm telling you, if you're doing any kind of a
going on
zombie
3 weeks
project,
here.
any major city right now, just go out, get in your car, and fucking go film fucking B-reel, B-reel as they call it. Film all that shit right now, and you'll have that shit for later. Because this is the perfect time to film some shit like that. All these cities are empty. Like, you think all these major fucking movie things, I send my camera out in the car. Just go film everywhere you can. Just sit in the car. You don't have to get out the fucking car. Just point that camera and just fucking film that shit. Get car views, everything. I can't even imagine like being
it's
in a
quiet.
plane.
Yeah, Bunya, it is quiet. It's quiet out there. I'm just driving around, the windows down, and you don't hear all the shit you normally hear. It's great.
Yeah, my neighbor. Yo, here's some funny shit. This tell you how quiet it is. My neighbor had to text me like, dude, like when you're up there, I don't, he knows I smoke. He's like, but I can hear that guy when I'm listening to like CW Chanter and shit. He's like, I can hear the whole fucking conversation because it's echoing off my fucking window. That's funny as hell because I have the window up for smoking, so I had to turn CW down. That's how fucking quiet it is. And I live on a major street like where it's never quiet because there's usually cars and fucking trucks running up and down that fucking thing all hours of the fucking day and night. Gotta love it. You see more illegal loggers trucks now too. I don't know where you're at, Victor, sorry, but illegal loggers, I guess.
Yeah, there's illegal logging going on and stuff like that, and places we're not supposed to log. So the crime is down, but the people still committing crimes are the ones that are, they're not getting caught and stuff. The few that do get caught, they're the few, but there's these people that are like, this is the perfect time and stuff to do some shit.
Well, if you think about it,
like illegal logging and stuff, they're like, who the fuck's out there gonna stop me from cutting down these trees right now?
Good time to go fishing. Take your boat out in the water and shit. It's too cold still here for that.
But to all those assholes, because there are people going out and breaking into stuff and cars and stuff. There are a few reports and stuff. Fuck you, you fucking pieces of shit.
Yep.
Stay the fuck home with everybody else and everything. People are trying to take advantage of people that, their stores are closed and whatnot and shit. And
well, a lot of, like, the major retailers in some
they're
places,
boarded
like
up.
Rodeo Drive and all those places, are all boarding their shit up and everything because of stuff like that. They're afraid of that.
Yeah. I've seen a lot
but
of
even
that
too,
starting
you
to
think
happen.
there's a lot more cybercrime, like folks who use Zoom. You have to be careful with your Zoom now.
Yeah, get rid of Zoom if you have Zoom. It's malware.
Well, I've never used Zoom.
Yeah, there's reports now and stuff they're finding out and stuff. Zoom doesn't have good security. All your shit is being sold to everybody and everything you're doing on your computer. Zoom is it's gone.
And that's what most people are using.
They got and that's what everybody's using right now. I don't know what else to use. I can't fucking recommend what else to use right now, but right now, don't use Zoom.
And don't fall for the motherfuckers coming to your house saying they
I know
work for
Skype
the
isn't the
CDC
greatest,
or
but Skype is the Skype really does have good security and stuff like that. You know what I mean? So there's not issues like there's a lot of issues we had hacking right in here in Massachusetts and stuff into school classrooms.
Yep.
Dudes just fucking pop into a classroom, fucking yelling, fucking racist, fucking profanities and shit like that. So.
You're right. Yeah, Victor, sir. That's exactly what it is, man. They all come here and they can't drive. Dude, I'm going to tell you, the funniest thing is this. There's a time of the year here, right at Labor Day, where they call it move-in weekend. And it's the worst time for traffic ever. And not just because of all the fucking kids, because we have more colleges here per square capita, blah, 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 than anywhere in the world. There's tons of colleges here. So this particular couple of days, 2 or 3 days, there's nothing but fucking traffic everywhere because nobody knows where the fuck they're going. All these people come in the city with their fucking U-Hauls and their parents and shit, and nobody knows what the fuck they're doing. It causes ridiculous, stupid traffic. So yeah, it is the out-of-state people. If you know where you're going and you do the same thing every fucking day, you're going to get there. You know your process, and it's the people who don't know where they're going, don't know how to fucking drive. Like, I'll get an Uber, like when I was taking Uber, when I couldn't drive, I'm driving again. Like, and if you have an Uber driver from, like, fucking New Hampshire who's, like, couldn't even fucking understand the fucking GPS. And you have to tell them where to fucking go because they're not from here. Stupid shit like that. So, yeah, it is the drivers in the other states. I'll blame it on drivers from other states, man. Fucking New Hampshire license plates, Rhode Island, Connecticut, all motherfuckers up north and shit, Vermont, Maine. Canadian drivers, I've seen them plates, too. Damn it. Yeah, a lot of the vacation towns, even here, are telling people, like, they're locking them down and stuff. Like, if you're not a resident, they won't even let you get on the ferry. They're trying to keep it so people can't even get on those ferries and stuff to go to, like, Nantucket and Martha's Vineyard with a couple islands out here. You take ferries, too. And a lot of the smaller vacation towns, they just, because a lot of people are trying to retreat. That's their natural thing, is to retreat to their vacation home. Fuck it, it's like a vacation. They want to go be comfortable, whatever. But that's what they're saying. If you're not a permanent resident, a lot of these towns are trying to work to keep people out. There's people I follow who are Native American who live on reservations, where you see a lot of the people on some of these reservations, the people who live there actually stopping people that they're creating blockades and stuff, where if you're not from these reservations or these towns, whatever, you're not getting in them. They don't want you in them. So that's kind of what a lot of stuff is doing. I mean, there was an argument between Rhode Island and New York about them talking about they didn't want New Yorkers retreating down there for whatever reason and stuff. So it gets kind of nasty. You know, I mean, at this point, too, it's like if you're not where you need to be, it's kind of odd. Like, why are people traveling? At this point, you should have been in your house quarantined anyway. It'd be more part of the problem all of a sudden now trying to retreat to another place. So it's just a really confusing time. Like I said, it's bringing out the best in people. It's also bringing out the worst in people because people don't know how to respond. And from leadership on down, I'll say that the governor here in Massachusetts has been trying to be as proactive as he possibly can be. It's to the point where the Patriots owner, they had 3 million masks that were supposed to come here or something. And for some reason, they got stopped in New York and they don't know which agency took them, but they didn't end up here. So the governor of Massachusetts reached out to Robert Kraft, who was the owner, Robert and Jonathan Kraft. It's the owner and his son of the New England Patriots, who literally took their jet, had to have the jet retrofitted quickly because it wasn't ready for international travel because it's a team plane, and they needed to put nothing but cargo in it. So they had to retrofit the jet, work something out with the mayor or governor or something of Alaska, because that had to be the point where they had to send the plane to and then send it out to China. They went to China and they, with their own money, bought like 1 million or something masks. That the plane landed a few hours ago was a big thing because, you know, that's what they had to do. They had to circumvent the government in order to get what we needed here. So it's just a lot of stuff. This is something, again, this is why I say since we're in this shit, and I'm not panicking, it's not that, but you watch how all this unfolds. This is something that nobody I know, there's a couple of people, I guess, around who were here in 1920 for what was going on back then, but very few people have seen anything like this in their lifetime. So it's kind of a learn as you go process, I guess, for everybody. You know, I can't imagine being the president. I don't care who the president is right now. I could not imagine being the president of the United States. I couldn't imagine being anybody high up in government who had to try to figure out how to deal with this. And there's a lot of experts, but there's a ton of experts. And who's the right person? Who's the wrong person? So it's a process. You know, it's
And all the stupid fucking conspiracy theorists and shit, shut the fuck up, because you fucking stupid, the fucking stories are bullshit. Okay? It did this to fucking kill half the people and everything like that. Okay, what about, again, fucking what happened in 1918 or whatever, right?
1920.
Yeah, 1918, 1920, whatever the fucking, the pandemic of fucking then.
Then there was one in 18, the Spanish flu, then there was,
Yeah, and all the other ones before that, and the Black Plague. Who the fuck was doing that? There was no fucking Illuminati, fucking evil cabal, fucking bad guys fucking doing this shit then. This is what happens in nature.
There was no Dark Alliance back then?
Especially fucking when you're doing the stuff that fucking people do and eating the animals that people eat and everything like that. And going and doing all this stuff. Eventually it's going to happen. It might not even happen with something like with a bat or something. It could be something that we do all the fucking time, and it just mutates, and all of a sudden we can get it and shit from whatever. Could fucking happen from dogs. Who knows? That's just the way the fucking nature works. Viruses and everything evolved themselves too. That's why all of a sudden we're getting this. The people have been around this stuff. We've known the bats have this disease and stuff like that. Now it's mutated enough where it's transferable into people and everything like that. This shit happens. It happens. It's been happening since the fucking beginning of the fucking time here on this fucking planet. That's it. It's not because of 5G and all this shit, because 5G fucking towers have been up and running for fucking a few years now.
And a lot of these countries don't even have 5G.
Don't even have 5G and all this stuff. They don't. It's just that's stupid. 5G is bad, but your 4G that you're on right now is okay for you, and your 3G and all that other fucking shit that these people fucking post this stuff on, and the Wi-Fi and all this stuff that's supposedly bad, and you're out here and you're fucking using this shit all the time.
It's always a letter. It's the G's, the D's. They all want to have 5D, 5G. It's everything. It's all fear. What did Genocide say? Hold on, let me scroll back up. Oh yeah, the darkness, the 3 days of darkness, the internet was gonna go down, it was supposed to go down, all this type of stuff. It's just these fucking idiots who are so they're so into their grifts, they're so into their cons.
The fucking that's exactly okay. They fucking will fucking cuck. All right. The dude, like, I got fucking high level intel from 6 different people that this is going down, this is gonna happen. It doesn't happen. Obviously, it wasn't high-level fucking intel, or it's not good intel. It's not coming from somebody that's fucking reliable and shit. It's not gonna happen. None of this shit that these fucking people happen. We talked about the fucking Tom Hanks and these people, and Oprah, and they're fucking getting these pedophiles supposedly and stuff. And Tom Hanks is refusing to leave fucking Australia. Guess who came home the other day?
That's his clone.
Guess who's all better and everything? You know what I mean? He's pretty much better. They were able to fly home. He's okay. They're doing fine. You know, Oprah's still doing fine. Ellen's doing fine. All these people that are supposedly fucking these fucking pedophiles and all that, they're all fine. Nobody's getting arrested. Nothing's happening. Nothing.
Nope.
Yes, some CEOs from some companies have retired. Does anybody take a look at who those CEOs were? How long they've been with the companies, and how old they are. It's just that time. A lot of CEOs retire from big companies all the time. It happens. It cycles. It's like the year, you know what I mean? It happens. Big companies, their CEOs change because CEOs have been there for a while. Things happen. Certain times of year, you know, it's coming up that time of year. My contract's ended. Guess what? Been doing this a long time. I'm going to go sit on my fucking yacht. Okay, guys? I'm retired. It doesn't fucking make a fucking lick of difference. It doesn't fucking mean anything.
You sure?
I'm positive. It means they want to cash in and get their fucking retirement bonus checks and shit like that. Stupid fucking shit. And they all selling stupid shit. And they're all saying stupid shit. Oh, man.
This dude is going hard, too. Like, DW is trying to set a record.
Trying to cash the fuck
every
in.
day.
And like, that's the fucking bullshit about this and stuff. Now, if he was fucking like, okay, all your donations and everything right now, I'm donating to the fucking, to help with this and everything. You know what I mean? I'm going to give it to but he's not.
Nope.
He's doing 5 fucking hour live streams, taking donation after donation after donation from people for him fucking self. Because he knows this. That's why he's getting, there's a lot of people that... we know a lot of it's bots. We know it's bots. But there are other people that are watching it and shit like that normally wouldn't be watching it, especially a 5-hour fucking broadcast of him right now. And they're just sitting there spooning, yeah, that's great. Oh my goodness.
By the minute.
Whoa, I can't believe this.
Oh, you know what I searched for I couldn't find today?
Thanks, Mom. Peace and love to you.
Oh, yeah, thank you for the donation.
Appreciate the donations.
Thank you. You'll get a shirt, too. Anyways, you should get one since, man.
Yeah, I don't think they're rumors. My opinion, they're not rumors. He's fucking, yeah, and that's the other thing. His money's tax-free there and stuff. And as far as, I know there's a lot of bots and fake comments and stuff in his things. There's no way that YouTube is going to let him get fake donations because YouTube takes that money. YouTube will be shutting him down real quick.
Thank you, Brandon
Real
Young.
quick.
Thank you very much, Brandon Young. Peace, love to you too, Boston brother.
That's why his videos aren't monetized, because YouTube knows that it's all botted. They're not getting actual views and stuff like that. That's why Edge of Wonder, they got fucking 100,000 subscribers or some shit now and stuff. They ain't getting no fucking golden play button because YouTube knows they're botted. And if they start botted with money, YouTube's really gonna go after them. Because thank you, Brandon Young. Peace of love to you. Hope you're safe down there.
David Wilcox, one of his most recent videos has 1 million views on it.
Yeah, and he ain't getting any money for monetizing stuff like that. But like I'm saying, YouTube takes a huge percentage of that donation that you just gave us, Brandon Young, and whoever gives us donations and stuff. I think they take it's like 30% of the donations. Okay, so if David Wilcox was getting botted donations and stuff, YouTube would see that, and it goes, they're tracking all that. They'd be like, hey, where's my money? How come I didn't get any money from this shit? And they would shut that shit down real quick because you're fucking with his money. Because he gets some big donations. You know what I mean? You think all those $100 donations that fucking DW gets over there, that's $30 for YouTube. You see what I'm saying? So
they want their money.
Those donations aren't fake donations. Those are dumb fucking people giving fucking this idiot fucking money. Thinking that he's fucking gonna... What he's saying is fucking somehow gonna help them with fucking something, and anything that he says is gonna fucking come true. It ain't fucking happening.
Ain't none of it ever happened. He can try to put himself into all the shit that's going on. It has nothing to do with him. He had no intel. He wasn't ahead of this. Nothing.
It's almost 30%. I don't want to look it up right now and stuff. I can go and look and see what it is, but yeah, it's almost 30%. It's like 27 fucking percent that they take. From the super chat donations and stuff. I don't know what it is for monetized videos, what you get per video, how they do that, because we're not monetized. We won't ever be monetized. They won't monetize our videos. So
we're controversial.
If you ever saw a monetized video like of us, it's because we played a song and that person, or the record company or something, has something to do with it. They're allowed to play that because we don't own the copyrights to the song. So YouTube will can throw up an ad on that if the company wanted to or whatever. But otherwise, you won't ever see our videos. Won't get monetized. They probably won't do that for the song either, though. They'd be like, "Nah, just let them play the song. That's cool." They won't monetize this shit. So the donations, we appreciate your donations and stuff. YouTube would appreciate your donations as well. You know what I mean? That's the other reason why the donations are monetized and stuff, because YouTube's making the money. You know what I mean? But we do appreciate everything. Like I said, we put in the order for the shirts. Might take a little bit before we get them in here. We're able to get them out to you guys due to the current situation. Have to check and see actually how they're doing and everything. He had to get the orders, and he was trying to see which place he can get the t-shirts ordered from right now and stuff, and then get them done. So once we get them done, we'll be reaching out to some people and doing some giveaways and getting rid of some shirts and everything like that. So.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, that's the other thing. Affluent. I had to. They delayed sending me the money for a few days because I didn't know that I had to go and put in my tax information and everything like that, because the government wants their percentage of the money too, all these donations and stuff like that. So I have to pay the government money for all these donations because, I don't have a fucking 501(c) charity and everything like that. You know what I mean? So whatever.
We don't got no sponsors, man.
It's whatever.
It's just us. This is what it is.
So, yep. It's all about, so all those people, they're really fucking giving these people that fucking money and stuff like that. YouTube would crack down on, you know what I mean? They're trying to crack down on the fake bots and everything like that. That's how you know if those are real subscribers or not, because YouTube rewards people that actually have real subscribers and stuff like that, real viewers and stuff like that. Their videos are allowed to be monetized. They're allowed to have all these fucking extra perks and things like that. But
rum is the remedy. No, I'm not a drinker anymore. All right, the weed is the remedy.
Speaking of fake fucking shit, I told y'all I was gonna do it.
Oh yeah.
Let's move on from DW for a little bit.
What's up, Bohemian
I
XL?
can't pull up the video. I'm going to try and I'll put the video on Twitter maybe and stuff. If you're on Instagram, go over to Instagram, Paranormal Hood Live Radio. There's video up
If you
of it.
send me the video, I can
I'm
put it
gonna
on
keep
Facebook
on.
and
I'm gonna
everything,
keep
too.
on putting it up. I'm gonna keep on sharing this. I'm probably gonna do a couple other accounts because I got some other credits and everything. Let me go here to this thing. So, forbidden knowledge.
Hold on.
This is Billy Carson, aka Forbidden Knowledge, and you're listening to Paranormal Hood Live Radio. They are the paranormal voice of the hood.
That still cracks me up. I got that drop.
Maybe I'll check DW or Corey or something, but they don't have high followings on Instagram. I haven't found anything to check this on other things and stuff like that. This is only Instagram so far. I found some for Instagram. There's some free ones, but you get spammed and shit with those ones. So I spent a few dollars here, and I got some credits for this site. And this site is used for people that are in marketing and stuff like that, advertisement companies are looking to advertise and stuff, and you want to advertise with some people on Instagram and stuff or other social media. So it's a social media marketing analysis audit, they call it. And this is the follower engagement for Forbidden Knowledge, aka Billy Carson.
Forbidden nonsense.
I'm gonna check Billy Carson's his Billy Carson official one, and maybe if some of his other he's got like 19 fucking accounts, some of his bigger ones and stuff like that. But here's his biggest one, and this claim to fame, he has 1,054,257,000. I mean 250, 54,257 followers. 1,054,257 followers at the time when I did this report. They should receive a minimum of 17,922 likes per post. They should receive at least an average of 160 comments per post for an account with 1 million followers. Actually, no. His post receives an average of 160, and
that's a low number, yeah.
He should receive over 840 comments per post, and for likes, he should be receiving 17,900, but he only receives about 4,800 per a post. Hold on, I'll turn that shit down. Now let's go down here. Fast forward this shit. So, average likes per a post, he's getting 0.15% of his followers' engagement. For comments, I mean. That's for comments. Hold on, let me go back. I'm trying to do this on this fucking video. I had to record of it because it doesn't only let you see each one for so long and stuff. So, all right, their engagement check for likes. Their average likes is 0.45%. They should be above 1.7%. Their average likes are 27% of what they should actually be. And then his average comments is 0.015%. It should be above 0.08%. They are 19% of what they should be. The followers' audit results for social engagement is graded at an F, the lowest possible grade that you can get, of course. This account has lower than expected social engagement from likes and from comments. Likely real followers. All right, out of 1 million followers, we'll take a minute here while I light this blunt up again and get this going. 1 million followers. How many do you think is real? Okay? How many of those 1 million followers do you think are real? 1,000? 100,000? How many?
Oh, come on!
Any guesses, anybody?
Yeah, it'll take a minute. You gotta
Give you a
remember.
minute, yeah.
You gotta remember it's like a 15-second delay.
Lauren, while we wait for the delay too, I think Kate Awakening was actually, I was at what was it? The fuck did I go? Disclosure Con. That was the last thing I went to before I actually got shot up by the alien lasers. And I think she was there actually hanging out with Edge of Wonder Boys.
Probably.
And Pale Stranger asked if we're going to make the Dank Alliance t-shirts. People have asked us to do it since pretty much, I think I really want to say it was Philip Blair or something who had coined the phrase because someone called us Dark Alliance. He was like, they smoke weed, so they're Dank Alliance. So we would do it, but I know Out of Mind and some people had ideas maybe for what a show would look like.
Wow, you guys
so
those are some really low numbers. You mean to add some thousands to those? 1 million, and he's only got 42 subscribers, followers. No, you're all way too low. Unfortunately, they estimate that he would have about 282,000 actual real followers. Fake followers, he has 771,000 fake followers. 73% of his followers are thought to be fake. So yeah.
That makes sense though. That makes sense. And even out of those 200 and something thousand, whatever, it makes sense though. Like you said, he told us. He said on air that he was a
He's in marketing and stuff, and that's what he did. And that proves right there that those are all bought and paid for with the money that he's fucking taken from everybody.
Influencer.
From those actual the money he gets from those 200,000 fucking people, he uses it to buy fucking followers.
Do you know it's funny too, because I could see it too. Like you see a lot of stuff that he would do for a while. He'd be eating at this place or that place. What these people do is they go and take those numbers and say, "Listen, I'm so and so, and on this and that.
Well,
look how many
that
followers
all the
I
time.
have."
He's like, I
social
have a
media
million
influencers. That's what they. That's
he
how he
well,
gets.
no, every fucking interview he does, I have a million followers, over 1 million followers across all my social media platforms. 1 million on fucking Instagram alone. No, you don't, dude. You got 200 fucking thousand followers on Instagram. I checked it on another one that's free, but I wanted to double check on the one that's free. The other one, the numbers were pretty close and stuff like that, just about the same and stuff for the engagement and stuff like that. And his followers, they both said about 250,000, around 250,000 actual followers out of 1 million followers. You can go and look at it and do the math yourself anyway. And figure out the averages. If you know math and you know how to do math, you take his followers and then you go in and you look at the average number of likes per post. You know what I mean? You figure out the number of the posts for each post, the average versus the million, how many he's getting. You figure it out for a few of the posts, and then you do the average of that, and then there you go. You have your answers. We've been saying it for how long? I'm like, this dude, 1 million followers, he's got fucking 3,000 likes on a picture. His post with his bullshit advertising, where his ads and stuff is where he's hawking his fucking snake oil and everything like that, they get less than 1,000 fucking likes.
Oh, I have his book too, Lauren. I paid the $30 for it. He was gonna give it to me for free. I gave him the $30 for it. It's right there. Yeah, the whole plagiarize and just a bunch of
forbidden nonsense. If you run Lauren Pritchett, take this book. You have a copy of it and run it through. There's free what's it called? Plagiarizing websites where you can go and check for stuff if it's plagiarized. Just take the book and just pick any page, and just put it in there, and yeah, they'll be like, yeah, that shit's plagiarized. Well, it will come up like 80% plagiarized because he switches the words around and makes, you know what I mean? He changes it up a little bit, but it will come back that it's plagiarized.
Yeah.
It's all articles. It's cherry-picked articles and stuff from shit that he doesn't understand. He never will understand, and everything like that.
That's not true. Remember, the aliens came in and they touched him. Yeah. And all of a sudden, and then he went to MIT for a weekend, and because he graduated, right? And he has a certificate, and he's smart. Yeah. And he knows quantum shitsnick, right?
Exactly. Yeah.
I mean, come on, dude. He's got a space agency. He's fucking Thoth. He's Tooth. He can fucking go to the pyramid, open the pyramid up, and make a spaceship work and shit. Come on, man. Get that man his respect.
What book is this? You don't want to pay any money for this, Faded. This is shit. It's garbage. It's the compendium of the Emerald Tablets.
Compendium of the Emerald Tablets.
Thoth.
Of Tooth. Remember, and he's Tooth. He's the reincarnation of Tooth.
And which is, you might know that the Emerald Tablets of Thoth are by M. Dorrell, whose real name is Claude Dogan. He's not, he never graduated high school. Not that there's anything against that. I never did either and stuff. But he's not a scholar in any way. He was a huckster, a con man himself. He tried to write sci-fi novels and stuff like that, and he wrote this thing called the Emerald Tablets, and it's the Bible to fucking Billy fucking Carson, and he thinks he's figured out all the secrets and the codes and everything to this whole entire thing, and that's what this garbage is supposed to be. Is all in this fucking book.
But yet Tooth went to the pyramid, did not happen.
Yet Claude Dogan and himself is a fucking. He's never been to Egypt. He never done any of this stuff. He had his supposedly the White Brotherhood that he founded and stuff like this. The White Brotherhood. Yeah, the White Brotherhood. Billy's a member of the White Brotherhood.
I remember the last White Brotherhood that they're still
around. The White Knight Brotherhood. So that's why it's
Right.
Yeah. So it's the White Knight Brotherhood or something. The Brotherhood of the White Knights or something. Yeah. Yep. And he channeled this information about these tablets.
That's funny too, because the only knight I ever seen that was black was Martin Lawrence and Black Knight too. Did they have Black Knights? They probably wouldn't.
And he's back on his fucking thing, and now he's changed his post up about the fucking goddamn pyramid in Antarctica. And he says, this is not a mountain. We're clear as day, like on the top of his post now. Go, and he puts the coordinates and stuff. When you go to the coordinates and you look at it, it's a fucking mountain. You can zoom in real good with Google Earth and shit, and you can see the detail. And you can see the name of the mountain. And then you can go and get hiking reports of people who have hiked that mountain. And not one of them has said that it's a fucking pyramid. They said it's kind of shaped like a pyramid, maybe, but it's definitely not a pyramid.
It's a mountain.
Faded. He's also thinks he's Thoth, or he's a galactic fucking warrior for peace on Earth and other planets or something like that. I don't know what fucking his thing is.
Who, Billy?
Yeah, Billy. Fucking Billy.
Yeah, he was young. He got touched by aliens, and they gave him smarts. They made him smart, and all of a sudden he knew things he didn't know before, and he's been really smart. And he didn't go to MIT.
The Kabbalion, that's a whole bunch of bullshit too. That's another book that's a whole bunch of bullshit. And
he got a space agency. They go
the science of that book, it doesn't hold up to fucking real science and real life and everything else. It's a whole bunch of fucking more fucking woo woo, fucking wackadoo, fucking new age, fucking babble, fucking bullshit, word salad. The pendulum and the balance and fucked up fucking stupid fucking Kabbalion. When I read that book, I was like, do these people know anything about fucking life and science or anything? I was like, I guess I'll finish reading it. I have it somewhere in one of these stacks of books around here. We have books all over the place, all these books and stuff. I've read them all, and I'm like, yeah, that's why I'm fucking the way I am, because I actually have a mind and a thing, and I read these books, and I'm like, some of them are, all right, this got a little plausibility to it. We'll keep it around. We'll look into this again, whatever. But the majority of them, like when I read Von Daniken shit and fucking Sitchin shit, I was like, am I reading Choose Your Own Adventures again? I thought I stopped reading this to read this cool books about aliens and shit, but I'm like, what the fuck is this shit?
I forgot about that because of everything that happened. I think I have a book that Brad Olson gave me, actually. From Antarctica and stuff. The guy that went to Antarctica. I gotta look at my bag now. That's funny, because I get all these books and I forget I have.
Oh yeah, he's building rockets for Nigeria. He's working on free energy devices.
Oh yeah, Billy got it all going on. You didn't know?
Yeah, he's got a whole bunch of investors on the hook. He's reeling them in.
Yeah.
Actually said that in a video.
Yes, he did.
He's just as dumb as fucking David Wilcox and the shit that fucking he says. That's what I mean. If you sit there and you listen to these people, especially if you, I don't know if anybody actually listen. I've listened to the 5 fucking hours of them. Now I got another 3.
Nah, baby, I'm not gonna make it do it.
I got another 3 hours and 20 fucking minutes that he did last night, and I gotta watch that one.
No,
and
dude, especially right now, have to be stuck in the house and listen to that shit. I would want to jump out my window.
And oh man, and. This dude, and you listen, and it's like, holy fuck, how are these people not understand that this dude is lying out his ass? Every word out of, his mouth is a fucking lie. Everything.
Hey, Victor Surge, can you explain to me, what systems do you mean, blaming a system for the grifters? Like, what system do we blame? There's so many of them, but, CW actually points out a big thing, too. I mean, folks who go to these conventions, Lauren, you're in the room, we've seen each other at a ton of events and stuff, that there's kind of a cap to how many people are actually part of this whole community or system, whatever you want to call it. There's the fringe and the outside, but I'm talking about people
it's the
actually
system
involved.
of it's not a system like it's not a system of any system. It's just that these people have been around for a long time. That's why we started calling them snake oil salesmen. Okay, they're con men. They're grift. This is their con. The alien, the woo, the fucking nonsense shit. This is their con, and it's been around since fucking.
Think about Von Daniken is still out there. Like I don't know how old that dude is.
This
he's
type
up
of
there.
con and grifters we started a few weeks ago before shit hit the fan, and now we're into shit hit the fan. We'll go back into the history of where this new age nonsense comes from. I don't know if you saw any of it. And we started out with Helena Blavatsky and stuff, and the people back then in the late 1800s that started out. She's the mother of woo. What was the other dude? Charles somebody, I believe, whatever his name was, that was with Blavatsky. He's kind of the father. They started this little group, the Ostrophy Society, and that's where that type of grifting and these psychic and channeling and that type of stuff kind of grew. And now as we got into the sci-fi stuff started to come out and people writing sci-fi stuff, people started to get into that. Okay, I'm channeling aliens, and they started to mix that in. And then you had in the 60s, the late 60s and the 70s, boom, Von Daniken comes on the scene saying all this stuff is real, these sci-fi books, and he comes on, and now you got these people doing it and stuff. So that's where a lot of it comes into. And then you have people that seriously think that, like we believe in aliens. We believe there's UFOs somewhere out there. We don't believe all these fucking stories that anybody out there has. There's not one shred of evidence that I've ever seen in the fucking 9,000 years I've been doing this for, it seems like, is real. But somewhere out there has to be alien life. The science, the math, everything knows it. Is it coming here? We're just a tiny little fucking grain of sand in a fucking giant universe full of sand. So, I don't think so. But that's the problem. Is so there's people like out there, and some of this stuff is believable at first. It's plausible, and you're like, okay, I can go with that. I could see how that might be real. Let's look into this, dig a little bit deeper. There's a lot of stuff, and you got to go through a lot. It took a lot of time before we got to, and we're talking openly about how much we feel about this. We're like, so what should we say on the show here? We're like, well, let's just not talk about this a little bit any now. We'll just, and we'll go with this stuff over here that's a little bit more plausible and stuff. And, and we started to a little bit, talking about the debunking and saying, this is bullshit and stuff. And then it's just like, it's just so far. It's just, and more, everything is just bullshit. It's
but here's the thing too, though. But once we started to get to that point,
it just all unravels.
But it's how people started coming at us. Like the Billy Carsons and stuff. And again, sitting down and talking
just
to
trying
these
to
people
ask
and knowing
these
them
people
and looking them in
questions
the
about
eyes.
what they're doing and finding out and knowing, just asking the questions because we want to know more.
They don't like that shit at all.
How do you do this? Once you start asking those questions,
they
boom,
get mad.
Shut right down. Now, anybody who is a real researcher, real science, really following all the actual proper methods, they're going to accept criticism. They want you to question them. They want you to see that. Let me double check that. Let's check it together. Nope, these people, they don't do that. So then we were like, fuck that. You guys want to push back like that, I'm going to fucking shut you all down.
Exactly.
Because you're just, all they're doing is throwing bullshit on top of a pile. And the truth may be under there somewhere, but you can't get to it because all these people keep throwing shit on top of this fucking pile. Now, there is just a theory of mine, just a little hypothesis, little thought. There may be some government type of involvement, psyop type thing, because we know the government does do this. There are conspiracies that are real. There are things that are real. Some of these things that are real. That doesn't mean they are all real. So I wouldn't put it past them to put some people out there to get some people out there in the community going on about this stuff and everything like that. We had some of them on the show.
Anything can happen.
Mr. John D'Souza. Who else? You know what I mean? These people actually were in the military or government agents and stuff, and now they're telling you these, and they don't ever tell you any secrets. I've read John D'Souza's book. We've had him on the show, and he just kept on telling us to buy his book and stuff. I got his book. I got a free copy of his book. I looked through the book.
Watch him, like when you see him live,
not a goddamn fucking no evidence. Just him talking about fucking
his
speculating
visuals,
opinions and stupid shit.
His visuals are all other things, like the Rock of the Dome, or it was like that spaceship that was supposed
nothing
to be
for
aliens
nothing.
and stuff.
Nothing. None of these people people have
like
anything
this dude did
real.
all that. He didn't sneak one thing out. Nothing. Nothing
Everything
tangible.
I will shit all over all these people in fucking 5 minutes.
And then between him and Ben Hansen,
all these people.
He says Ben Hansen wasn't an agent. It's like yeah. It's hilarious. But
so there could be some psyop type fucking thing going on. I wouldn't put it past the CIA and the government and stuff like that. I don't trust the government either. I don't believe all these people and everything that they say and stuff like that. They've lied to us in the past. But I don't believe that everything that they have is an agenda out to fucking kill everybody and do all this stuff either. Yes, they do have some plans. They want to line their pockets with some money and stuff like that. But there are ones that can. Some of this stuff is for the good and the better or things like that. It could be doing a way fucking better job, but that's why we don't talk about politics much on here and everything like that, because it's fucking politics. It's a bunch of fucking maniacal, egotistical fucking dick fights.
Basically.
Basically, that's all it is. My dick's bigger than your dick. No, my dick's bigger than your dick. You know what I mean? And it's getting to be that way now in the UFO, fucking woo-woo, fucking spiritual, fucking shit, fucking show, fucking community, paranormal, whatever. Because they're all now, everybody's starting to fight with each other. Well, no, my story is the real story. No, my story is the real story. No, my story is the real story. No, fuck you. I got the real story and evidence over here. Just like I called it, I made a meme about this shit almost a year ago now, fucking with all these different people fucking saying, no, buy my book, I got the real information. Then the dude's like, no, watch my show on Guy TV, I got the real shit. Then the dude's like, no, watch my YouTube channel, I got the real shit. And the other dude's like, no, come to my talk, my conference, I got the real shit.
Come see my.
And now it's all happening. All these people are all fucking going, oh, fuck that guy, he's a full of shit. No, fuck this dude, he's full of shit. No, fuck them, they're full of shit. She's full of shit.
Because they're not really friends. They're co-workers. They're basically a bunch of
They tried to smash all each other's stories together, and they all started getting the attention, and this one's getting more attention than this one. Then they're like, no, fuck you, I'm taking my story back. Your story's bullshit.
No, yeah. We're friends, but we're not.
It's like fucking middle school. It's like fucking drama on the fucking playground during recess in middle school.
Because egos. All those egos cannot fucking work together. Again, they're a bunch of co-workers. They're not friends. They can front. When you see, especially when you see like DW and Corey, like and Corey Good together, like they're fucking like they're not an act that works well together. They don't kind of go hand in hand. It's like they have to carry each other, or one has to pick up the other and shit because they fucking contradict each other and say shit over each other. They're not smooth with it. They're not friends. They're co-workers. They're in the grift together. Who knows how those two motherfuckers really got together? And all you hear about is that the dude, Corey Good wasn't talking for years, and he came to me and blah, blah, blah. Yeah, and then you guys hooked up with Jay Leidner, and he fucking taught you all how to be fucking talent to some people, because not to anybody who really fucking pays attention, because they're not talented at all. But he made them whatever talent he possibly could work with them and taught him whatever fucking them chicks, whatever chicks he knew from all the years of the shit that he learned. And they became better getting in front of that camera and convincing some people. And some people have speculated that they use lighting techniques and tricks and lights that like blink and some crazy shit, whatever. I guess I've been to the conferences. I've never seen anything like that. Whether they've been live, whatever, and I've never seen anything that's fucking hypnotized me enough to sit there and be like, oh my God, these guys are fucking absolutely like right. It's the complete opposite. That's what happened. Seeing these motherfuckers in person and listening to them talking and sitting down and having lunch with some of these people and dinners and hanging out and drinking with some of these people and smoking with some of these people, and you really get to talk to them and you're like, this motherfucker right here or that person? Yeah, I know. And then you start to question them, and that's the problem. They don't like to be questioned. It's all about egos. These motherfuckers have huge egos because when they go to these little conferences, to them, it's like being at Comic-Con. If you ever go to Comic-Con, you know, there's people, the huge people who come there, everybody lines up to see and pay hundreds of dollars to get autographs and hang out with. And then there's some people have little fucking booths there who are paying to have a booth there. But these people love it because when they go, they're sitting down. They think basically it's a wave. And you see it with like Jimmy Church. Jimmy Church wants to inherit Coast to Coast AM. When what's his name? George Snorri steps down, he wants to be the new face of Coast to Coast AM, the new leader, kind of the head guy there who does most of the fucking nights there. It's the same thing with DW and Corey Goodham. They wanted to inherit, like when Von Daniken, he's getting older up there, he's not going to be able to travel and do this stuff forever. When these people are kind of the older generation dies out, they want to be the new faces, the new people to take over who are speaking everywhere and going all around the world and talking to people about these incredible fucking stupid stories and basically carrying the torch. That's all it is. And they're trying to appeal to a new generation because also with the George Norries and those people as they're getting up there, the people who have mainly followed them and supported them all these years and put money into them are dying off as well, unfortunately. So you're seeing a changing of the guard. So that's what these people want to do. They want to be the new faces. That's why if this dude is bought it out, because everything in the society for younger folks especially is based on numbers. How many people on YouTube and stuff like that get noticed? We watch, what's that show called? With the skater kid. Ridiculousness. And a lot of times, I like it because of the stupid fucking things, but he'll have these people on here who are social media influencers who become popular based on their numbers. So that's what they are trying to do. When some kid looks and sees a David Wilcox just had a video with a million people watch this? Well, I got to know who this guy is. What's he talking about? There's got to be some validity to it because 1 million people have watched it. So that's why they bought all this
I'm
shit
working
out.
on finding YouTube fucking ones that will tell us out of the YouTube channel. They gotta have them.
After Summons, I think some of them have gotten heckled, but it's very. I've never seen anybody get heckled. I'm not one to do it. I pay my money and stuff because I wanted to get to the truth. I've never seen them get heckled, but I have heard of cases where little things have happened and stuff, but not normally in the rooms because the rooms are basically usually, if you're paying that kind of money to go see somebody, very few people are going to want to pay the money it takes to go and sit in a room and fucking heckle them or go fucking heckle George Norrie or whoever you want to at a luncheon you're having with them and stuff like that. It's not cheap. So I don't know too many people would be willing to throw the money away just to go there to heckle and then get thrown out. It kind of defeats the purpose. But that's pretty much how they keep themselves. Like your DW and them, when they go to these events, it's not like they're hanging out with everybody. More of a Linda Moulton Howe will hold court. A lot of those people will kind of integrate, sit down and talk to people. Most of those guys like Corey Good and David Wilcox, they're in and out. You're more likely to meet their wives, which is how I met Stacy Good, a.k.a. Phoenix Good. You know, you meet a lot of their wives and things before you. I met Jason Quitt's wife before I met him, just talking to people and stuff. But you're not the bigger people like that. They don't want to be seen. They don't want to sit around to have to talk to people to kind of answer any questions. They want it to be where you have to do it their way, which is going to be in their room when they're speaking because you had to pay to do it, or it's going to be watching their YouTube or going to their ascension classes or whatever. That's how they try to keep it so they can't really get heckled. That's even, you think about last year, Contact in the Desert, that was the whole thing with David Wilcox, is that he was scared that CW and Kelly Farmer, he had to have extra security and stuff because they were supposed to be a threat based on what he said. So that's how they would even keep a room to the point where no one could heckle them. But it's not, again, it wouldn't even be worth it. Like, what are you going to heckle them and say? And then they're just going to probably security or whatever, or people going to have you escorted out, and then you get shut down. They're not going to answer your questions. They just don't. They talk at their adversaries or whatever you want to call it, or the people who question what they're doing. They talk at all of us. They mention some people's names because they kind of have to, because there's the lawsuits and all this type of stuff. But pretty much they talk at people. They're not really going to talk to you head on and just be like have a debate or anything at any platform. They're just going to talk at you in most cases. They've worked it out, so they're living in their bubble and they love their little world. That's why that dude is doing fucking 4 and 5 hour fucking videos every possible day he can now, because he knows that, wait a minute, they're canceling events. We can't schedule anything. When's the next time I'm going to be able to have an event where I can get a bunch of people in the room to talk to them and make some money? I don't know what to do. Well, let me just get on every day and see how this is going. And if all those fucking donations are real, then that dude is making some good money right now. He's making plenty of money. Tax-free money. And he's not, like Smoke King pointed out, you don't see him. All he's talking about is how he thought first of all, he said he already got it and it didn't do anything to me. You heard him coughing still, and then whoever was in the background was coughing. Kind of odd. But he kind of talks like, it's an Asian thing. Like, he's really adamant it's about Asian men and stuff like that. He's not really going to it's not going to do anything to him and stuff. But you don't see him saying anything like, it's kind of like the man in charge. There's no apathy, there's no empathy, there's nothing to the people who are going through this, and that is what this dude is not understanding. You would think that this love and light and let's go to Essential would be talking about how to get through this and let me help you through it and take some of this money and donate.
Oh no, he did. Remember last night? Just telling everybody you gotta deactivate. Oh, you gotta decalcify your pineal gland. Right. With your Activator X.
Activator Exit.
Got to get your Activator X. Now, it's scientifically proven that protein has Activator X. Activator X is some chemicals, maybe a bunch of chemicals. We don't really know. The scientists didn't go that far. They just know that Activator X is in protein. So you got to have protein. Now, the vegans are going to be mad at me about this because, you know, they're not going to eat protein and stuff. So maybe you can go vegetarian and eat a little bit of eggs and stuff. The dark yolk eggs are the best ones because they got the most activator X in it.
Right. But you got to find certain color eggs, too, because the brown or orange, your eggs are on the outside. Better, but the other eggs still have it.
And ghee, the dark orange ghee, that's the best ghee. Yeah, you got to get that. It's got lots of activator X. And buffalo, he eats a lot of wild buffalo.
Right.
Because, you know.
Yeah. And chicken. And the animals, they have to be treated humanely, though.
Yeah.
Because if they're treated humanely, then you're going to get more activator X.
However you fucking kill something humanely, you know. I mean,
LP Simmons, every time you heard that, that's all I heard in my head was Terminator X. Here's a little tidbit. Back in my rapping and like hip hop days and stuff, when I used to break dance and everything, we opened up a Public Enemy. So every time he kept saying Activator X, I just kept hearing Terminator X. Hey, go. This is in my fucking head. This dude is such a fucking clown. And I guarantee you, it's going to be, because when you look up Activator X and stuff, there are companies who sell this stuff that you can buy and just drop, of course, droppers and everything. He's going to either be selling it somewhere, if he's not already, because I don't go on his website to know what the fuck he's peddling, or he's going to be peddling it for somebody soon. So you can get your Activator X. Well, you know, you can't always get eggs. You can't always get chicken. Get your Activator X through David Wilcox. Nothing trying to be helpful. You know, I'm going to donate something to somebody, or, you know, I'll send some food to anybody. Does anybody need anything? You know, all my followers, you know, some of you guys might be going through a hard time. How about during this time, Elizabeth and I give back a little bit something? None of that. He doesn't care about anybody but himself.
He doesn't even thank people for donations in his fucking chat or anything.
Nothing. He doesn't care. I bet he's never sent a thank you card.
Does a 5-hour stream, doesn't come on the next 3-hour stream at the beginning and say thank you for everybody who watched my last stream and donated and everything. Doesn't say none of that.
Nothing. Doesn't care. He doesn't say, hey, you know, any of my listeners who may actually have the COVID and going through a hard time, you know, maybe try to help you through it, send some positive energy, some of that 5D towards you, some ascension.
Oh, they did some sound bowl fucking shit last night, dude.
Did they?
Yeah.
Sound bowl? Everything sounds like a fucking hip-hop song. There's no need to worry. Yeah, see. Most y'all wouldn't even get the reference to that song either. Genocide, Mike. Depends on how much hip-hop he knows. Well,
listen, this is how David Wilcox comes up with his fucking shit, okay? Elizabeth's like, hey, David, you want to watch this Batman movie with me? The next night, David Wilcox does a live stream. And he's like, last night I received a briefing from a high-level intelligent agent. We're going to call him Bane. The COVID-19 is a plot by the secret cabal and the Dark Alliance to take down everybody and population control. Okay? This is what we know. We're going to have to wear masks. Okay? The city's going to be locked down, canceled sporting events, and the root of the problem is a bat. Okay, so this is my information. I got it from this top secret insider agent of mine. We're going to go, his code name is Bane. And yes, so masks, lockdown cities, cancel sporting events, and the root of the problem is a bat.
Hi, I'm your flight attendant, JiGGY. I'm going to tell you how to put your mask on, okay? During the pandemic. This is very important. Make sure you follow. I haven't watched that person since I was a kid.
And like, the cabal put this in right in front of us in movies and everything like that.
Oh, yes.
They do this stuff, and
because everybody's watching Outbreak, everybody's watching Contagion, everybody's watching all these series, all these movies, and see, it's right there in the movies, it's right there in front of you, it's there. It's happened before all these movies existed. All they do is put a modern day twist on it, which is inevitable. If you pay attention, this is how human beings act anyways. We've been saying it for years. Just watch how people act when their fucking home team wins or even loses a fucking game or a championship and shit like that. Watch what people riot for. Watch what people act stupid for, what they really get up for. Nothing that really fucking matters, but stupid shit. But when you stop to make these people, all it took was for Australia with the toilet paper, then all of a sudden Americans were like, wait a minute. Well, if these Australians are doing this, something might be happening here. We better go stop doing this shit and racking up. And everybody lost their fucking minds for 30 fucking minutes. And to the point that if the stores didn't get a handle on it, you still wouldn't be able to walk in the store and get anything. Because people would be hoarding all that shit. So they have to fucking keep order in fucking stores and everything now.
I don't know who just said they're hypocrites, but yeah, I think it was out of mine. These guys, they're all hypocrites, okay? Like I pointed out last week, David Wilcox is sitting there talking about these people's financial fucking numbers and their houses and everything like that, but he fucking had Stina Bobina's fucking video taken down when she's talking about his fucking $1 million houses and stuff like that and all this stuff, saying that she's doxing them and everything. Yet they do this stuff all the time about all their so-called enemies and the secret cabal and stuff, and they talk about all this information and all these things and fucking all this bad stuff that's not true. None of it's true or anything like that. And then if anybody says anything bad about them, then you're part of those bad people trying to make them look bad and stuff because they're really good guys. I can't wait till one of these real people actually like Tom Hanks is like, fuck this, I'm just gonna sue this fucking idiot now. You know what I mean? And sues the fucking shit out of him. And David Wilcox got to fucking lose. He loses his whole house and everything and fucking all that shit. And he's fucking Corey. They fucking take him to court and they
look at even NASA the other day fucking debunking some fucking bullshit like stuff like that. Like these fucking people just firing back a little bit. These fucking idiots.
Like these
then
people
what?
they're getting sick because NASA. Every once in a while NASA will with some things, but usually for the most part NASA's like whatever. They don't even bother with it and shit. But. It's just, it's gonna happen one of these times. Something's gonna happen to these people. This thing with Corey Good right now, he's gonna end up fucking himself.
They're gonna piss
You can't lie in court. You can't lie in court, and when you do lie in court, they know, and you get in trouble, and it's not good.
Yep.
It's usually worse. It's usually worse than the trouble that you were originally in.
Like, come on, seriously. We as people question this shit. Could you imagine us sitting in front of the judge trying to tell the judge that? Like, no disrespect to Ari Stone, but even in her case, I can't imagine what a judge is going to sit here and talk about somebody took your dreams or whatever. Not saying she didn't have whatever dreams. I don't know a whole lot about her artwork. I'm not questioning. I'm just saying, but any judge, anybody who's kind of sane is going to sit there and, well, you did what? Blue avians? Chicken birds? David Wilcox, you have these. Well, who's your insiders? Let me see this information. You're going to have to give up something. You're going to have to tell something. They make cops and stuff tell who their snitches are. You think they're not going to make him tell who his snitches supposedly are? He pointed out one of those memes, like, what is it? Like, they have all this information that's so relative and so important and everything is so compartmentalized. Nobody has it, but they have it. And they keep coming up with it. And for some reason...
David Wilcox, how many times... keeps getting all this intel. All this stuff's going to happen. It doesn't happen. High-level intel. This stuff's going down. He ain't getting fucking high-level intel of shit.
I'm telling you, at this point, there's people fucking playing him. There's people dressing up in general's uniforms and shit and showing up and stuff.
Oh, I think
he's
definitely getting fucking played and stuff. But he does too, is a lot of this stuff isn't his stuff and his things and everything. He's taken from the Q community and everything like that. And then he's just saying, I'm getting these special briefings about this Q stuff and everything. That's all he's doing, because before he says any of this stuff, I already see the stuff coming up in the Q community. And then he just throws it and puts his spin on it and everything like it's fucking his. That's all he fucking ever does. That's all a lot of these people do. They pick up on some little fucking stupid satire, little fucking article in like some stupid internet magazine or one of those magazines that used to be at the checkout line, but they ain't there now because everything's online and stuff. And everybody runs with it like it's fucking real and it's their information and they figured it out and they were there. And then it turns out, no, it's not even real. It's fucking bullshit. It's fucking a stupid fucking picture that somebody fucking did on their computer and this other person made up a story. It even says that at the bottom of the article, you fucking idiots.
Linda Moulton Howe with the fucking video game fucking alien picture and shit.
Yeah, all these pictures and stuff. When anybody puts up a picture, you could do a reverse lookup on a picture. Now, just take the picture and you can go to Google Images and there's a little box and a little thing and you can do a reverse lookup on a picture and you upload the picture that you want and Google will scan that picture and it will go through its thing. It takes a little bit sometimes and it will tell you where that picture originated from, when the first time that picture popped up on the internet. Every single time. And then it will show you the trail of where it went from that point. Sure. And how it snowballed into the shit fucking shows that they are. Real fucking, it's fucking crazy.
And find out the truth. See, that's the thing too that plays against them now, is that you have the ability to do a lot of this stuff. These grifts and cons worked for years because you didn't have the internet.
That's why it's getting hotter and hotter, and they got to say, "Oh, this stuff is hacked. It's controlled. That's all fake information that they put on there. It's internet's controlled by all these people, but you're on the internet.
They
you're
erase
using
information.
It.
Bob Lazar.
They're not erasing you. You're still here. You're still doing everything you do. Oh no, I'm doing this. I'm doing that. Blah 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 blah."
They control timelines and stuff. They're time travelers. They can do everything. That's how they do this stuff. That's how they erase Bob Lazar's history and stuff. See? That's how it works. Yeah. They got rid of everybody's fucking yearbooks, everything. It's just insane with these people, the length they'll go to the fucking, their lies that literally can be proven that they're lies. But it's a con, it's a grift. Like I said, for them, it worked so long. For people like Von Däniken and stuff, people thought they were going to pick up the torch. It was easy. When Wilcox first started, the internet was around, but the internet wasn't what it is now. And that's the problem. It's catching up to them, where you can find these images, you can do this stuff, and just do research for yourself. And again, not the fluff, not just the stuff that's on top. Somebody was talking about Tiger King earlier, and the funniest thing he said in Tiger King was, you remember how the dude was able to get his fucking search up to the point where because he just started using the name and stuff like that. It's what these people do. They make sure that when you go and search stuff, that they're the first thing that you find related to the stuff that has to do with what's being talked about in the community. Fuck the fluff. You got to get past the fluff, and most people aren't doing that.
Well, you have to know how to search what words to put in and how to search it and stuff. If you just go and search, is the Anunnaki real? Of course, it's going to pop up saying it's real and all this fucking bullshit and all these things. So you got to know how to look through everything like that. You got to check on. You can even search for it that way, and then go and check all those articles and check their sources and find there's nothing to fucking say and there's nothing to prove, and you can show and find that none of this shit is real.
Because you know with these motherfuckers, when you start fact checking their stuff and their sources, it's all a circle jerk of them and their own people and stuff. They'll fucking quote other people, Mike Barrer and all these fucking random fucking people, Rob Van Noy or whatever, and all these different people just quote each other and stuff, and they're their own sources. There's no real fucking science or anything behind most of the shit that they post when you look at it.
Well, they take something from a fucking science that they don't understand, that they think fucking supports their thing, and it totally doesn't. Totally makes them look like fucking idiots.
The funniest thing that Tiger King thought was that came out of that too, though, was the whole cult aspect of some of that shit, man. That's the funny shit. Is you see how easy it is for motherfuckers to have little kind of cult activities and stuff and be God, do call themselves basically God. What was it? The other fucking guy. I don't remember their fucking names. But his name translated meant God, and he had his little harem and stuff and everything. That's the same shit these motherfuckers are doing. Somebody said it earlier. Laura was talking
about Corey.
Right.
That's what Corey's doing and stuff. Sleeping around. He's the Anshar, and he's got to spread the seed and everything like that.
They might be swingers. I don't know. You know, his wife came on kind of, thick. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. Maybe they're swingers or some shit. Who knows what the fuck they're into?
I don't know. The rumors is they're gonna get divorced. I don't know.
I guess. Stacey, you want to come on Paranormal Hood? We're friends. You can do a tell-all. You know what I'm saying? It makes sense, though. That's how you get those complexes and stuff. That's what I say. Being around, doing bodyguard work and being around celebrity all these years and stuff, that's how these people roll. They feel like celebrities. In this community, whatever you want to call it, this field, this genre, whatever genre, these people are celebrities in their own right. As little as it may seem in the big scheme of things based on real celebrities or whatever your idea of a celebrity. But to some people, these people are celebrities. They're signing autographs. You're paying to have lunch with these people. You're paying to hear them speak. You're paying to be around them and stuff. Giorgio Tsoukalos, I remember the fucking line for that dude. And then I finally walked by later when he was by himself, introduced, talked, took a picture. It's cool as fuck. But there's a line to see that dude, to talk to him, to listen to these people speak. They are celebrities. They get ushered around. Von Däniken and stuff, he's getting ushered around and stuff and waving and walking by and everything. You know, George Norrie, hey, like celebrities. Like some of them have security and stuff.
They're in it for the money. It's not about the truth. They say it all the time. They don't care about fucking truth. They just want to fucking make money, spreading lies, because they know people will believe this bullshit.
And that's the thing too. I wonder if at any point that they ever even believed in anything. They were really looking for the truth, or they just started out. Because it seems like with DW, he's always been about the lies. So the moment he kind of appeared on radar with this fake time traveler, with talking to Art Bell and shit and everything, where I just don't think that they ever really were looking for the truth. I don't think they care about the truth. The truth means nothing to them.
Yeah, a lot of them I don't think, but there are ones that I think they start out looking for the truth and stuff, and then they either find out the truth and realize it's all bullshit, or they're just like, and then they're so into it, and like we were like, well, we everything, you know what I mean? And then most people, they're like, well, I got to keep going where the money is. So they keep going because there's money involved in it. I'd say it all the time. Once there is money involved, it's no longer about the truth. It is about keeping the money coming in. And you need to keep coming up with stories and things to fucking talk about so people will keep fucking listening to you. And so you have to come up with stuff. Just like in David Wilcox's resignation letter and then his apology thing, he said it, I think it was 6 times in that fucking letter. I created content. I created content. That says it right there. He didn't say I channeled this information, I researched and I found all this and did investigation. I was an investigative reporter, researcher. He didn't say any of that stuff. His words, in his own words, he said it like 5 or 6 times in this thing. I created content for Gaia TV for years. Same thing that Jay Leidner says. I created content for Gaia.
I'm a content creator for
I
Gaia.
was a content producer.
Mm-hmm.
I wasn't an investigative reporter producer. I wasn't a fucking investigative producer. None of that. Nothing. I created content. That's what these people say, and they say it themselves.
Because it's entertainment.
It's bullshit. Yeah, look at Leiden. He's calling out fucking Corey Good, but he's over there fucking spewing his own fucking dumb bullshit. Fucking woo-woo. He's like a fucking Zen. Shout out to Zen. Hope you're doing good there and surviving your coronavirus apocalypse and stuff like that.
They do love being worshipped. But Stina, you know what's funny? I think that's one of the reasons why they don't mention us too, is because I've met most of these people. I know that I've met their wives and stuff and everything. So they don't really want to. They know me.
It's definitely scripted. It's fucking watch David Wilcox last fucking. I mean, he's on to like 10 hours. Fucking 5. If you add it up, 10 hours in the last week.
The whole camera changes and shit. It's dramatic.
But he's reading off a fucking scripted thing. He's reading off a thing. That's what he's got his cue cards that are popping up on the screen now and everything. He's all proud of and shit. And he's like, ah. And he's just reading off of those scripted things.
Especially now where they have nothing but time on his hand. This is the time. He's just sitting there.
And if you go and you listen to, if you start from the beginning of his thing and his whole story of how this whole thing has gotten to this point where all this is going to happen, it's covering his whole story over all these years, but he's twisted it all so it all fits into this one big story that he's telling now. Because if you've known him, if you listen to him for a long time, like a lot of us have and everything, if you listen to the whole thing and the way he tells it and everything like that, and he's got to throw in all his different fucking insiders over the years and everything and how they all fit together and stuff, it doesn't fit together right. That's why he jumps all over the map. He's talking about this thing, and then before he finishes it, he's on to the next subject, and then he's on to the next subject, and he might go back to talk about this thing a little bit, but he never finishes talking to it and never gets to the evidence. There's never any evidence, and he just keeps talking about what people tell him and what people told them and what people told them.
He heard.
I hear.
They wrote scripts for Cosmic Disclosure. It's not an impromptu interview like they portray it. None of it's impromptu. It's all worked
That's what I'm
out.
saying. He said it in his fucking letters about when he resigned and all that shit happened with Guy or stuff. He says, I was a content creator. He didn't say I was an investigative journalist or I was a researcher or any of that. He said, I created content for years.
They tell you what they are.
Content creator, I picture that as somebody on fucking YouTube. Making fucking stupid, silly videos and shit like that of, the content creators at Disney and shit. You know what I mean? Those dudes just fucking, let's create some shit, the guys over at Nickelodeon. Content creators, let's create some fucking bullshit.
It's all, what this has basically become, if you look at what these guys are doing, it's basically just a bit of Hollywood. It's the bad bit of Hollywood. It's just people who couldn't make it in Hollywood. They couldn't sell these scripts. they couldn't do anything with it, so they said, fuck it, I'm selling the community that I love so much, or I know I can go and be a part of and tell all these crazy stories.
Exactly. David's is a face now. He's got money backing him and stuff besides this shit that's fucking coming into him. We know the Edge of Wonder and stuff. They have somebody that's giving him the info. He's got an insider. He's got somebody gives him information and stuff like that. Besides him just scouring the internet every day for fucking keywords and shit like that to fucking add in to throw to his story and stuff like that. That's all it really is.
Well, I mean, but nowadays, too, you got to remember how many people contact these guys and say things, or have you thought about this? Have you looked into this? And they're like, well, let me look into this. They get a lot of hints, too. There's a lot of breadcrumbs, and they just kind of put it together. And someone say, oh, yeah, see, that's what I was going to ask you, David. That's what I was asking you. And they'll just claim it as their own. Oh, yeah, well, I was looking into this, and, you know, I found this information, or my insider had hit me up about it, and that's all it's based off of everything.
Or they're like, oh, I see this article, and I had a dream about this the other day, and then there's the article, and it's like...
Exactly. They just tied it into
it's stuff you can't prove that he had a dream or he didn't have a fucking dream.
Yeah. Like now all of a sudden he's talking about Activator X. When was he talking about Activator X before? And now that's something he probably read it somewhere, and he knows that there's products behind it that can be sold and everything. So let me start talking about Activator X. Get your Activator X. It's going to be, yeah, you know, I know some people, especially you vegans, don't even want to eat eggs. So now here's the best way for you to get it because you won't eat ghee either. You can buy these products from me. Elizabeth, come give me a bottle of Activator X.
But according to him last night, the only way to get Activator X is from protein from animals.
Well, no, I'm telling you, he's going to say that he did some more research about it, or someone contacted him, the NSHAR, or somebody told him, or an insider told him that there's actually some products on the market or some shit. Well, there's got to be some money involved in it for him. It's always about money. You know, that man wants the money, 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 money. With his blue avians and shit. I don't know how you do it, man. I could not watch 5 hours of that motherfucker. I'm serious. Especially now, I would just jump out the back window.
I don't do it all at once. I can't.
There's not enough
I
weed.
can't
I
do
could
it
smoke nothing.
all at once.
I just could. That's just 5 hours out of my day. Like I would just, no, not even now. It's hard to listen to. It really is. And you just watch him. He's so proud of himself. He's like the kid, like, you know, the kid who fucking didn't think he was going to get a prom date, but his mom fucking made his fucking friend's daughter go with him to the prom, so he's all proud of himself, and he's in the mirror, and he's fixing his little ugly tie and shit, and he just thinks he's cute, and he thinks he's going to go to this prom and be the fucking man. That's how this dude just carries himself. He's just so proud of himself. He's so happy when he's on, especially right now, because I know when he looks at those, even, he may not, who knows the botting thing too? Does he even know that those are all that he's gonna get that kind of response from botting his shit out or whatever, or that those fucking people from Edge of Wonder are behind it and he doesn't even know, and he thinks that shit's organic and that's why he's so proud of himself and excited? I know there's probably something else. I feel like, you know, there's something else going on there, that he's doing something to help himself to those fucking 5-hour camera fucking runs and shit, Mr. Happy. But that dude just, oh man, his voice, everything, and then the camera changes. Like, I'd rather sit here for 5 hours on the one camera. Why do we need to keep changing cameras? Like, what's the point? It's like a Hollywood production from him. And that's all shit he learned when he was filming
fucking Jay
from
Leidner.
All the shit he learned, the guy, all the tricks. That's the thing. The dudes aren't smart. They're not talented. So you have to know that somebody who spent time fucking editing, producing that stuff to make this stuff go out there for people. Actually, it says that he was teaching them how to talk on camera, how to act on camera, what to say, and had to edit all the bad stuff out. Not that there was anything good left, because it's all bullshit. But these dudes aren't talented, but he thinks he's the man. 3 or 4. We got a new camera angle here today. We can try this one out. Yeah, you know, my blue shirt. Yeah, okay, guys. How's my hair? How's the teeth look? And again, nothing. He doesn't care about anything that's really going on. He wants to fucking make money off of it.
Just get the spotlight and turn it into his own fucking thing. That he and say, "Oh, look at me."
About stupid arrest and about all this stupid shit that's going to be happening behind the scenes, and it's happening now, the shift and everything. It's just not happening, dude. It's like, just do something positive. At least at this point.
It's not just him. All these people out there right now, like, look, it's happening. The Great Awakening. Everybody's waking up. It's happening. All this stuff is happening. I'm like, no, it's not. It's really not. None of this stuff. Nobody's getting arrested. Nobody's waking up. No evil cabal is falling. Nothing is happening like that. There's a fucking virus and people are fucking scared.
And I love it. Bohemian Exile says that his 5-hour videos are exactly what the Mystery School was last year. Exactly. Nothing new. Well, Hebe, next time you went to the mystery schools, you know. So there's nothing new. It's the same old shit. Now they're just trying to tie it in with the current affairs. Again, rather than trying to be positive and say something positive, because it's supposed to be about love and peace and light.
He's always
going,
tooting his own horn. Oh, I was the first one to break this information, or they came to me first with this information. I wrote the best book, and the cabal knows it all, and they know. They said nobody broke it down like you. You figured it all out. The secret information.
Mm-hmm. He's the man. He's so special.
Q, the most covert intelligence secret operation ever in the history of the United States.
But yet he's on YouTube.
Everybody in the fucking world knows about it because we drop breadcrumbs.
And the only time,
and we have briefings with David Wilcox on a daily basis.
But think about it. What's funny about it is the only time that mainstream, like real media, picks him up is shit like when they picked up like Jordan Stable, they pretty much were clowning him and blasting him. Like the last couple of times he's on anything mainstream media, the first time whatever that fucking show he was on, they clowned him. And then now, recently, they've been, they're going out, they're blasting him. Like, what are you talking about telling people to drink bleach and everything? No major media picking these people up. They don't care about it. It's just YouTube. They're stars on YouTube. They're stars on social media. They're stars when they have these events. That's it. No person watching cares about camera angles. Exactly. Who would? Like, how does that's TV shit. Like, news and everything does that. We're sitting, like, right now, we're organically sitting on the fucking couch in a room, smoking blunts, talking directly at you. Why would we need to have 3 cameras, someone working cameras and switch angles? Just go to JiGGY cam. Now just go to Smoke King cam. Now go to JiGGY and Smoke King cam. Now get him from the left. Now get him from the right. Now get him from behind. It's not that complicated. But that's his ego. Again, it's a big production for him. He wants people to think like it's the same thing. Let me make this look like it's kind of Hollywoodish and shit so they get caught in the moment. People think it's something bigger than some fucking dude in his fucking living room with his fucking wife and maybe some other person in the room fucking filming on YouTube.
Exactly, Stina. These Q people are getting crazy. Did you hear about the dude who fucking ran the train off the fucking rails because he saw the ship and he thought thought something bad was going down and stuff?
Bring a Mercury.
He thought the fucking government was going there to take over. I don't know what the fuck he was going to do by taking his fucking... What does he think? He was going to jump his train into the ship and sink it, dude? Stupid dude. Fucking he's into all that conspiracy shit. That's what happens with these people. Is they don't have discernment. They don't have fucking... They can't... They think it's...
What really happened.
They think it's fucking
The train
real.
derailed and there was an alien on the train.
So they had to blame it on that dude.
Yeah.
He's a scapegoat.
And the alien got away. But he left behind his spaceship that was made of little cubes.
Little cube, yeah. That's right.
These kids found it.
They found that, and they brought it to David Wilcox, and he let everybody know.
Mm-hmm.
Like, we got to get this to David Wilcox right away. But it was 8mm film, so they couldn't fucking show it and everything. And yeah, you guys might have heard about it.
What was it called?
So again, COVID-19. I got inside information from my insider. We're going to call him Bane. People are going to have to wear masks. Cities are going to shut down. No more sports. And it's all because of a bat.
I was raised in the darkness. You simply adopt the church.
I met David Wilcox.
I know all about David Wilcox. I told him the truth. Now he knows the plan. It was a bat all along. A bat started this. Fuck out of here. And that's why that's the funny thing about David Wilcox. That's why it's so insulting too, because he's so many times he mentions the references to movies and how it sounds like movies, and most of us have seen the movies, read the books,
like I said,
had the comic books.
I made that up. He's not saying that, but that's how easy and that's how fucking stupid he fucking sounds. like that's like really. I just picked a movie where that shit happens, and I'm like, look at this shit's going down.
You know that they're watching Outbreak and they're watching Contagion and they're fucking making references from that stuff and how it's going to play out now and everything. That's just movie references. That's what the motherfucker lives by.
And none of it that's played out that all these people have started saying when this started stuff happened, all these Q fuckers we talked about, that dude, fucking dumbass fucking yoga fucking guru fucking cult leader fucking dude I was talking about there. Fucking Dr. Dre, fucking 81. I don't know. He's a doctor. all this shit. Yep, Tom Hanks is here. Oprah, the sewer pipe that burst outside of her house has been fixed. Dudes is putting up pictures saying red tape. Fucking police don't put up red tape. And that's orange. That's orange construction fence.
Red tape, the coroner sometimes red tape, I believe.
Yeah, the crime scene, like usually like hazard, like usually because of blood and stuff. Maybe. So, but that's after the yellow police tape. That's people usually, that's closer to the actual crime, you know what I mean? There's the yellow police tape to keep people back, and then where the coroners and the blood and everything before they come in and clean that up.
I'm telling you, so she took Stedman out. That's all it was.
But for real though, that bitch Carol killed her husband.
She didn't put him in no meat grinder.
She didn't grind that dude up. Oh, she didn't even.
She
just
told you. She said meat grinder. It's that big. I'm trying to put him.
No, I just pushed him in the cage.
She gave him some special tea that night.
Those tigers ain't used to having people. Those tigers at her zoo, they don't have people in their cages and stuff like that. Those tigers are pissed off now. They don't like people now. They get everything fed that way. If they go in the cages with them tigers are knocked the fuck out. All she had to do, and that was way back in the day too. They probably wasn't demanding. They just got the tiger off the boat and shit like that. Whatever. She was like, yeah, let's go out. Look at the tiger and stuff. They're standing there on the edge of the thing and everything. Oh, let's go in. Up, the cage is locked. I don't know what happened, Dawn. Dawn, somebody help.
Now you guys clean up now. Make sure you eat all your food, eat all your dinner.
That bitch Carol killed the fucking.
And I know that Joe Exotic's a racist motherfucker though, and he wants to say the N-word, but he got railroaded.
Yeah. But it's kind of his own fault too. I mean, he put himself in the situations that he put himself in, but he got railroaded.
But he he is. Let me tell you something though. He got some loyal motherfuckers who work for him though. Some of it, not really his mans and them and shit, his husbands and shit and everything. But like the one-armed chick, the dude with no legs and shit, and the other dude with the long hair and shit, those are some loyal motherfuckers, man, for real. We all need some loyal motherfuckers like that. That's what I'm saying. Like DW and shit like that, them motherfuckers ain't got no loyalty in their circles. Their wives, if the truth is a hit with Corey Good and his wife was split up, there's not even fucking that anymore. Like these motherfuckers don't have no kind of loyalty like that to them. They're all splitting up because they all got their fucking egos. Their little cults and shit. They got little cults and fucking and Tiger King and shit. That is fucking hilarious. I was watching that like, God damn it, that shit ain't like these motherfuckers with their little fucking cults. Oh, we love you. Corey, we love you. David, we love you. Emery, we love you. You guys are just everything. You guys know everything. You're so smart. You're going to save the world. Thank you for all you do.
How long is Emery Smith saying that he's got this cancer-saving, fucking life-saving technology and he's going to fucking build it in his garage and everything? And this dude wouldn't be able to tell you a fucking scalpel from a fucking speculum fucking to a fucking goddamn bone saw.
That's what you need to do. Like, take him into a fucking lab and shit with like, what is it?
Yeah, I'd be like, what is this? What is this? What is this?
Hey, let's take some tissue samples. Oh, dude, you just fucking, come on, man.
Dude, that's not right. What are you doing, dude?
Yeah.
I get my wife would be like, what the fuck is this? She
the kids would be
went
like,
to school for that. She works in a lab, works in an office. Fucking, I know a lot of the shit and the equipment, what it's fucking called. The dude wouldn't fucking know shit. He might be able, but he might have fucking was taught first aid in the fucking little time he did in the service or whatever and shit like that. It's fucking bullshit. Emery's he is. That's why he's got his goddamn fucking glamour shot, dude.
The best thing ever was Conscious Life Expo. That's what I'm saying. The security. Like, I was like, what the fuck is this dude? Like, I'm thinking this hotel has all this extra security. It's this one dude walk around security. And you have the most obvious security dressed in security uniforms without actual guns. Like, one, you're making yourself a target, your security, and then they're just so exposed. Like, if these people's lives, if someone, again, I say this all the time, if someone's been doing the type of work that I've been doing all these years, the first thing you are not going to do is be out in public if you thought there was a threat on your life, unless you completely had to. And your security detail is not going to be that obvious. And they're not going to allow you to go to the bar after and fucking hang out and drink or hold court in the hotel with your little bit of fucking fans and be like, let's go, and it's time to go. We get in our vehicles and leave after you speak or whatever, or you perform or whatever the fucking stuff is. These people would have security 24 hours a day, 7 days a week if the actual people that they talk about was actually after them. If this cabal that could take out presidents and take out whoever they want and kill people all over the world.
Do all the stuff they can do, but these people, they can walk around and can't get to them.
Well, you know, Elizabeth Wilcox got 80 degrees. She's an 80-degree black belt. She's a ninja. She's ascended to ninja fucking 5D fucking karate school, so she probably is his protector.
Lethal Weapon, we already talked on it. It's fucking bullshit. It's fucking dumb. It's David Wilcox. There's nothing he ever says is going to come true. It's not going to happen. None of it's going to happen.
Yeah, and then when the lights go back on, they're going to be announcing how they hooked up all the Satanists and stuff. Come on. Like,
happening.
There'll be some excuse when it doesn't happen. Well, they did it they're going to do it a different way, and and blah, blah, blah. They're hoping to ride away.
We are a long ways before fucking the whole entire power grid to go. Yeah, they're just going to shut off power to everybody. They can't do that. It wouldn't happen. People would die. Too many people would die. More people would die, and everything else. They're not going to do that. People would be asking too many questions, and it wouldn't be about virus questions. Be like, why'd you all just shut everything off? People like be coming out of their houses and shit. They ain't gonna stay in their fucking house when there's nobody no TV to tell them to stay in their fucking house. There's not enough fucking military and police in the fucking world to keep everybody in their houses and shit. You shut everything off, people are gonna come outside and start asking questions and looking around. Especially when people are getting arrested and pulled out of their houses and stuff. Okay, they don't have electricity, but my phone's still charged right now. You shut off the electricity, and now my politician neighbor who lives 2 streets over is getting pulled out of his house because he's a supposed pedophile Satanist. You know damn well I'm recording that shit, and I'm posting it as soon as...
your internet's supposed to go down, too, so there's not way to post it.
I can post it when it fucking comes back up in 3 days. You still can fucking...
Yes, but at that time they're going to announce it. Remember, it's going to be over. It's not going to matter what you recorded because they're going to tell you.
Yeah, they're going to announce it afterwards, right? Okay.
Yeah,
Exactly. You just listen to what he says, and it's fucking every word out of his mouth is fucking makes him look dumber and dumber. His IQ is a negative 180.
I don't think the corona's a false flag. I don't. What kind of a false flag? Like, there's just so many things that people tie into this. It's just all conspiracy theories and speculation.
It's all bullshit. Like, we talked about that at the beginning of the show and everything like that. This shit happens all the time throughout since history has happened. Viruses are going to happen. This one here, again, we got caught off guard and everything. We want to make sure that you know what I mean? We talked about it last week and stuff. It's not man-made. You can trace it. If you know people are in virology and study these things and stuff like that, none of that it's all bullshit, fucking conspiracy theory bullshit. It's all dumb. It all ties back to these fucking Q and dumb fucking people, and everybody's saying all this stupid shit. This stuff happens all the time. If they wanted to kill us all with a bioweapon, they would have let Ebola go. We talk about this all the time. There's way more deadlier shit than this that they have locked up in the CDC and that fucking lab and everything like that. I can't even remember the other stuff. They legit have the fucking Black Plague. They could fucking just let the fucking plague go anytime they wanted. That would kill everybody. All the people that they want. The supposed fucking, they want to get the population down to 250 million people. They're going to wipe out 7 billion people. That's all they needed to do was really that. Shit. If they wanted to really do it, let Ebola go, let the plague go, let all these fucking things that they have go that are worse than this. Yeah, there are things that are worse than this. Maybe it's a little overreaction. Maybe not. But just in case. Now again, everybody still has internet. Everybody still has access to information. Everybody can still talk to everybody and everything like that and find out stuff. And we can see that none of this stuff, or this conspiracy shit, is real. All that stuff, everything about the Wuhan and the umbrella and all that stuff, it's all been debunked. The sign with the umbrella on the corporation, it says it right on the thing. That fucking building is in Shanghai. It's not in Wuhan. It literally says the address and location of it on fucking there.
No, but they
500
the
miles
agent
away from it.
From there to Wuhan, on a train with a little backpack.
Yeah, that's just fucking. You just it's just totally. Yeah, they'll just had to change the whole story, and that's what they have to keep on doing is keep on changing the story.
Anthony Simons, that's what I'm saying. Like you have all these people on the planet, people who own Amazon and stuff they're making money hand over fist. Why would you get rid of your population now? It doesn't make sense. You have a strong workforce. You have everything you fucking need. They're making money. They're not going to kill off their workforce. They don't benefit from that. That makes absolutely no sense. Yeah, they're going to hide in their bunkers for however long and then come back out and restart man again and everything. And start it
Robots
all over.
can't do everything out of mind. It's just, again,
not
it's
yet.
not going to happen. Again, you can't, it's not going to happen. It's especially with this disease right here.
Do you really think if they want to live in a robot society, if that's really what they want, just to be amongst robots? They don't want that. If you have a robot force or workforce and everything else, then what do you have? Nothing. You don't need money. You don't need anything. They could. What, there's going to be a few of them living in their underground bunkers, while everybody up here is dying from all these various things. Makes no sense.
Pretty soon, herd immunity is going to kick in and shit, and this thing is going to be over with. Just like most other things. Again, if they wanted this to happen, they would have let it happen years ago when Ebola happened. But they did everything they did, and they contained it. They didn't have to go this far. It didn't spread like that. You know what I mean? This thing now, it spreads. It's not just coughing, just talking to people. It spreads. It's just...
Yeah.
Now, most cases, 80% of the cases are mild symptoms. It's like having the flu. But all those other people now, it's not like having the flu. There's a lot of them.
Stina said more people are home who aren't used to fact-checking fake news. But it's not even that. We're all watching Tiger King and everything else. And they're not... So, and then they're going to turn to the news to watch to see what the president's saying, what their local representatives are saying. And they're all saying this... Well, they're not all saying the same thing. Like I said, our local representatives are actually smarter and doing their own thing, which is absolutely smart. But that's where most people are getting their news from. So when they get on the internet, they're not thinking to look beyond it. And then there are conspiracy theories that are even being thrown around. But with a guy with the fucking train that made major news. The fucking mainstream news is talking about the guy who rode the train off, tried to drive the train into the fucking ship coming into hot port because he wanted to do whatever. Which is ironic too. As the ship comes in, do you see how many people are out there taking pictures and video of the fucking ship coming in? Clearly they didn't get the memo. People aren't too fucking bright.
Well, yeah, I could see that they would find COVID in the air ducts in hospitals and stuff. There's people in the hospitals that coming in and breathing and shit like that, and it can live on surfaces up to 72 hours. They know.
Yeah, and on shoes, they say maybe up to 5 days or some shit.
Yeah, so I mean, it's just like any other type of viruses and everything that's out there and everything, and they're learning more and more. We've known about this virus. It's just a different version. It's mutated. Just a lot of bacteria and stuff, and people are getting sick because these things, just like we evolve and all these animals, everything evolves. Viruses and things evolve. And these people continue to want to eat bats and things like that, and the virus is eventually like, oh, well, I'm going to evolve, and I'm going to go into fucking people now. And the mad cow disease and the fucking swine flus and the bird flus and all these things and everything like that end up happening. We know that's why people are like, oh, coronavirus, it's on the Lysol can, because we know about the groups of the coronaviruses and stuff like that are out there. Some of them, humans are susceptible. Most of them were not. But then they mutate. Just like, again, a lot of these bacteria and stuff, and a lot of people get infections and stuff now because they're on antibiotics and stuff like that. Or the animals that they eat, they're on antibiotics and stuff like that. My father, fuck him, kind of wish he did die when he did happen, because he's a fucking piece of shit, but whatever, it happened to him. He got a cut, and he got an infection in that cut, and he was in the hospital, and he almost died from a cut, and they had to give him, like, these super, like, fucking, wait for this fucking super strong fucking antibiotic shit to come in to kill it, because regular stuff, nothing they gave it would kill it, because he had this super fucking bacteria fucking infection in him, just from getting a little cut on his arm at work. Almost died from a little tiny cut because fucking no other antibiotics work, because this stuff is everything will evolve. It wants to live too. Viruses want to live and survive and everything like that.
And yeah, Stina, you say poor bats, but see, Alfie's talking like the bird flu and all this type of stuff. A lot of these viruses are coming from animals, period.
No,
not
there's
just
all
bats.
kinds of stuff that we have to worry about and stuff. You got to go into the jungle. You got to watch out. Mosquitoes give you malaria and shit like that. Dengue fever and stuff like that. You know, the yellow fever. You got all kinds of stuff like that that can happen just from going in nature. So these people saying that they're taking it by, yeah, just because it's been talked about and stuff, and I wouldn't pass them. They might have done it. Will they actually do it? I don't know. Who knows? But this isn't the way they would do it. A bioweapon would be fucking, again, it's not that it's killing a lot of people and stuff. It's just overwhelming. There's so many sick people going to the hospital, and the hospitals can't handle all that stuff and everything like that. So they're trying to space it and spread it, so because they know people are going to get it. They know it's going to happen. They don't need the hospitals and everything to get overwhelmed, and then there's real problems. So what they're doing is staving that off and helping it so that it doesn't get like that and be like the past huge pandemics and stuff that have happened. You just got to look at all the history of things and everything that we've learned and piece it all together. Be a researcher on this, just like we are with everything else that we're doing. You could just weed through all the bullshit and everything. You put together all the stuff that lines up and everything, all the facts that line up, and you can verify and stuff like that, and you go with it and stuff. Again, there's worse things out there. You can go into the jungles in South America and get fucking bit by a mosquito and be dead like that. You know what I mean? It is, or you can take it and you can spread it to other people. But you know, there's all kinds of stuff. Viruses just waiting out there that we haven't even discovered yet. Just waiting under a fucking rock or something. Or one day they're gonna dig it up in fucking Russia because the fucking shit's thawing out or something like that.
Or
Antarctica, something. You know what I mean?
They found a rainforest in Antarctica.
Some of these tribes in these fucking places that we can't get into in the middle of the rainforest where we know there's these fucking old fucking villages and whatever and stuff like that. Who knows? They might have been wiped out by some virus that's just laying there fucking dormant to go in there, and when we get in there to these fucking places that we're trying to get in to explore, and we bring it back and we wipe out people.
Anything's possible.
So
I don't know about the whole mosquito thing, Gina. That's actually interesting. I guess we'll know when we get to that point.
What was?
She's saying that the virus will be able to be transferred through mosquitoes.
I don't know about that yet, but they just, like I said, they recently found out that it's more than just coughing, just from talking and everything like that. Laughing, all that is spreading it. It can spread it. So. That's why they're thinking about, and this is all because we've learned since China and everything, because China's kind of got it a lot under control. In South Korea, a lot of places are getting it under control, so we're learning as we go and stuff from all these places and stuff. Now they're actually thinking to help spread it is making, when you go outside, you're going to have to start having masks, but they're trying to get enough people to masks and stuff because they're finding it spreads the way that it spreads more. So...
Eat the weapon. That was a dance.
I had the swine flu when it came around and stuff. Me and my wife, we caught the swine flu, and it that was probably the worst flu I think I've ever had. That was really fucking bad. We got the swine flu and stuff. But again, if she works in the medical industry, it's bound to happen and stuff. What I do and everything. It might happen. I might get it. I might not. But I'm been safe since they started saying, be careful, and it started to spread more around here. We're over 8,000 cases in Massachusetts now. I mean, I was just 4 or 5 days ago now, I was at a place where 6 people just died.
What?
In Revere, on Revere Beach, at the place, at the old
soldiers' home.
It's the Jewish old folks home there on Revere Beach, right past Kelly's. I was there like 3 days before that.
Buy your throat for proof mask now. No. Yeah, you won't get it till fucking May probably. Good luck buying those masks.
Yeah, that's all the he's advertising masks for a company that all they're doing is going in and putting your shipping information and stuff, and they're ordering it off Amazon, and they're getting it at the same time in the same way from Amazon would send it to you. Actually, most masks on Amazon, the medical, everything that's medically approved, it all says restricted, and it's for emergency and medical personnel only. You can't even buy it unless you have. I don't even know how you buy it. You click on it, and it just says you can't buy it. So it's all reserved for them and stuff.
I got a mask. I don't really go anywhere. in favor of believing that HIV was engineered. Possible. Anything's possible. Who knows?
Alfie. I just saw that. I knew that I had the swine flu when I was at the donut shops all day.
You was eating donuts?
I knew I had the swine flu when I had stuff coming out of every fucking hole in my body. At the same time.
He said he's peeing out his ass.
I was peeing out my ass and shitting out my dick.
Good Lord of mercy.
No, that wasn't fun.
Yeah, I can imagine. Listen, this is what it is.
I think we had the H1N1 too. I don't know, whatever. We had something one other time when we went. Something was going around when we went to Vegas, and we were sick the whole time we were in Vegas.
I got sick in DR, but that's because I went snorkeling. I shouldn't have went snorkeling. That wasn't fun.
That's probably will change. I don't know. Oh yeah, your state. I don't know about your state. Never mind.
What?
She's saying that they won't let them wear a mask in front of customers, but that's ridiculous. They're making them, if they have masks, they can wear them and everything.
Yeah.
Hey, we were saying earlier that they literally, I don't know how it happened so quick and everything. All of a sudden, every freaking grocery store that you go into and a lot of little convenience stores, even 7-Eleven had they have these sneeze guard things that are up there. This plastic stuff that's in front of the cashier and everything, so you're not...
They're going to start looking like some of them bodegas and shit. You go into like New York, and even in fucking the hoods here, they have fucking... You walk in, everything's in plastic. Everything's behind the fucking plastic. You're like, what do you want? I'll take that. And they slide it through, and you slide the money in and shit. I'm surprised. I haven't rode a fucking bus. The last time I rode a bus, I went to a Celtics game. I rode the train home. Do they have that type of shit on the fucking T, I wonder? That would make sense to fucking just put the fucking drivers behind some kind of fucking shield and shit and keep it moving. You know, I mean, unfortunately.
Right now, well, if you, I don't know if you noticed, all the buses say, enter on the rear.
Oh, do they?
Yeah, all the buses around here and all the city buses, all the T buses and everything, they open the rear door and it tells you all the scrolling signs and stuff. It says, please enter at the rear door and do not sit near the driver. I think it says.
Well, how do they? Don't they have to scan a card or some shit to go on the bus?
I don't know how they're doing it right now when to get on the bus. There must be some way they can do it back there. I don't know what they're doing, but they say please enter at the rear door.
Every seat has a portable.
Because I still see buses while I'm out there and stuff. You know what I mean? That's what I see a lot. You know, I'll see more buses than I see a lot of cars in the areas and stuff like that because the buses are still going. And every bus driver, I haven't seen one bus where the driver wasn't wearing gloves and a mask. So that's good that the BTA must have gloves and masks and stuff like that. I don't know if they're N95 masks and stuff, but they say even anything keeping the spread of your mouth and everything is kind of helping it, even though the virus can get through it, but it does kind of reduce the spread of it. Any type of mask, they're saying. That's why they're telling people scarves and things like that, but it's not, you still breathing right through that and stuff. It's not filtering anything out. And even N95's on. You should have an N99 or a full face respirator because it will enter through your eyes and stuff. Best thing is to just do, and the best advice that anybody can give, right, is besides staying indoors, is just try and stay healthy and keep your immune system up as best as you possibly can. That's it. And then you will reduce your chances and stuff. Almost every person that has died and everything like that is somebody who is old with a weak immune system, or the younger people have weakened immune systems already and stuff like that. You know, or they might not necessarily like a medical weakened immune system. They were somebody who was already overworked and stuff like that, and you know, not eating properly and everything, so their immune system wasn't fully up and ready to battle something. So if your immune system is up and you're you know what I mean, ready to go and stuff, get your sleep. You don't have anything else to do right now. Go to sleep at night. Get your 8 hours of sleep and stuff. Make sure, you know, do a little bit of exercise and make sure you're eating healthy and not just eating junk food and stuff. That's the thing when I go to these grocery stores, when I'm out there shopping and stuff, a lot of the stuff that's empty is not the stuff that you would think that people would want to eat. And well, it is. It's all the junk food. The chips are gone. The ice cream's gone. You know what I mean? But there's plenty of fruits and vegetables and shit like that. Now, because a lot of the restaurants I noticed too, you can go, you know, over there in Chelsea where all the restaurants can pick up the fruits and everything like that that's shipped to the restaurants over there that you normally can't go to. They're out front saying that you can go, people can go there and they can buy stuff.
Oh.
because a lot of the restaurants ain't getting their deliveries, so they have all this stuff that normally goes to restaurants and stuff, so they don't have anywhere to ship it to. So, because these places are closed, so they're selling the stuff right there, right out of these warehouses and everything like that.
Oh, they go get some fruits and vegetables.
Yeah, they had all the stuff set up on things, on shelves and stuff outside there. Well, today it wasn't in the afternoon because it was raining, but.
Wait, Tina, the churches, the governor exempted churches from closing services? That's the dumb shit.
Those people, that's dumb shit. We've seen some churches are getting, some of the pastors are getting arrested for having church because you're putting people's lives at risk, which is dangerous. So all the conspiracy theorists are saying he's a pedophile, fucking priest and stuff. No, the dude put people's lives in fucking danger.
She can't find baby. That's the one I see. Baby wipes here is one thing I can find.
Some still. We were looking for baby wipes, but it took me a few Well, I could have gone to more stores in one day probably, but it took me a couple days before I did end up finding baby wipes and stuff. But that's because you got to wait for it to get replenished and stuff. These people are trying to keep the orders up and everything like that. I've actually noticed the stores around here, most people, they're died down. It's not crazy like it was. Yeah. It's just kind of back to normal, maybe a little less than normal amount of people going out and everything like that.
It just looks busier because they have the lines. Because
the lines of people and everything, and you got to stay apart. Some stores are in lines of people before you even go in the store.
Yeah, that's Florida for you, God and guns. Yeah, that's idiots for you. So clearly the governor's all about, that doesn't even make any sense. They'll be giving communions and all kinds of dumb shit.
Yeah, it will change soon enough when more people start dying and shit and everything else. And
yeah, that just sucks for the people who aren't fucking being idiots going to church and gathering like that.
Yeah, the fucking same governor down there in Florida who fucking is like, no, that ship isn't landing here and spreading that shit. But keep the churches open.
Yep. You keep those cruise ships can stay out at sea. I don't give a fuck. That's hilarious. They pick and choose. Sorry, I'm just reading some of the comments, folks.
Oh, put the last blunt there.
Yeah. Want to smoke this last blunt. So if you got one, light it up. Yeah, it's just weird times. Yeah, Jonathan, you just kind of stores and stuff. I just kind of go to the stores when I need stuff and see what's there. But the last time I went to the grocery store, I found everything.
You know what? I don't know your area, Jonas side, but I've actually noticed, and I think it's kind of a cool idea. People are hanging up signs around neighborhoods and stuff, even in like some of the the worst neighborhoods you would think. Everybody's trying to. And I've noticed that everybody's trying to. I've seen people putting up signs saying, if you're old and you're afraid to go out to the stores, email me, and I will go and I'll shop for you, and we'll figure out how to pay it after. It says it right out. We'll figure out how to deal with all that after the fact. I'll get you groceries. I'll bring you groceries. I've also seen things where they're putting up exchange points where people are like, if you need anything, we're setting up exchange boxes where you can go, and if we're going to put things in there and let people know on here and everything and exchange through these emails and stuff like that, where people can do things and whatever. I've seen people putting up lists. I have these extra things. If you need them, contact my email. So some of the stuff I'm seeing out there and stuff. So that's kind of, that's the cool stuff and everything that you're seeing. Everybody's kind of helping everybody out no matter where it is and what it is. It's still the second. I don't know if I was saying it applies to anybody here, but if you need to shop, wait a few days around the 1st right now. Okay? This is a good tip for people. Just wait. If you have the money and you can wait, and you gotta just wait unless it's absolutely necessary. Let the people who just got money the 1st of the month that haven't had money all month and everything at the beginning when because this started for us, they told people to go lockdown in the middle of the month. Yeah. A lot of people don't have their money, enough stuff at the middle of the month and everything to go and get that. So they had to wait till yesterday to get their money. And, maybe they're going out today, tomorrow. So let the people go there. Another thing is when you're in the stores and everything, stuff that says WIC on it, which should be in every state, I believe. Leave that stuff there for those families and stuff like that, because they can only get that stuff with their WIC coupons and everything like that, and that might be all that those people have and everything. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So try and leave some of that stuff for those people, and think about those other people that might not be able to, you know, get these things and stuff all the time like that, who still have regular money, although other people's money is going to start running out now too. So you got to think about those other things and those other people and stuff like that that might not have been able to get ready and prepared when they were saying, we're going to be starting this in a few days. And everybody's like, well, wait a minute, I don't get paid until the end of the month. Or, you know, even some people that they go bi-weekly, their paychecks and stuff like that, you know. So just think about other people when you're in the store, especially that WIC stuff. That stuff's for babies. It's for women with children in need and everything like that. It's not just poor people. It's for babies in general. All that stuff is food for children, and those things with those labels, and those people have to buy that with those coupons and everything like that. So kind of leave that for them, unless there's nothing else. Absolutely, but yes.
Gotta be thoughtful. Gotta think about other people right now too. Think about each other. That's how you get through it. That's
Don't be crazy. That's exactly. Don't go crazy and fucking think about, you know. Don't just be thinking about yourself and fucking asking for donations and fucking lining your own pockets and shit, doing fucking 20-hour videos and everything right now. I mean, fuck, any money we get right now, we'll donate it to the cause or something. I don't know what we'll do with it. Whatever. You know. I mean, that's what I mean. I'm not gonna fucking. It's just fucking. The stupid shit that these people are doing, trying to fucking profit off of all this shit.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Selling fucking colloidal silver and all this stupid shit.
Turn blue.
And now I seen somebody fucking saying, buy my copper rings and my copper necklaces because copper kills viruses. Really, if a copper is on your neck, it's going to kill a virus that's in the air that doesn't even go near your neck. Right in your face. Or your copper ring way down here. It's killing the virus, right? That's all these people are doing. Or buy my sea moss to put it in your smoothies because sea moss fucking is good for you. And all this stupid fucking shit that these people are fucking peddling out here. Absolutely fucking ridiculous shit. Fucking trying to make money and shit. And thinking about themselves. Think about others. Actually help people with this stuff. Yeah, exactly. The Steamboat being there, it's really a blessing for new families, helping out new parents and stuff. I've known a lot of people that were actually, I think when I was younger and stuff, my mom was on it and stuff at one point, because all of a sudden she had so many kids and shit. And my stepfather was a fucking alcoholic deadbeat, so she had WIC and stuff like that. And when we were kids, and I know a lot of other people that use it and need it. So
just have to be thoughtful. It's the time to actually be about some love and light, not the bullshit.
Like I said, if you got extra things and stuff, set it up. Go for a little walk, your dog and stuff, and hang up some signs up there so people can see and say, hey, email me and let me know. I'll put it on my porch. I'll leave it on your porch, whatever. You know, help your neighbors out and stuff. So you can still yell over, you need it? You need any sugar?
Yeah. Can I buy a cup of sugar? You have any bullets?
You know what I mean? If you got a drone, you can drone stuff over to people. That's, you know, your drone
walking
can handle.
Walking their dog with their drone.
I made a meme. I put it up. I said my drug dealer still. Yeah. So the drone landing and dropping off a package.
That's a plug, yo.
I got this coronavirus. Not today, coronavirus. Not today.
Not today. Stay away.
That's it. Just be positive, stay positive, and help everybody out and stuff as best you can without getting in touch with it. You know, touching and stuff like that. If you got to be out, be safe. Everybody who's got to go out of the house. I said I got masks on masks. I got masks coming. I got gloves and gloves.
Just be smart. SMAHT. Smart.
I got Lysols and shit. I'll spray and stuff. I'll spray myself down before I come in the house after work and everything like that. Sanitizing. Spray things off and, you know, do what you can. Do what you gotta do.
And be smart.
Peace of love, Alfie. We're about done with this last bullet right here. Yeah, I have a box of gloves in all my vehicles and stuff. Again, my wife is in the medical field, so we have access to gloves. I clean an office, so I get gloves. They give me gloves and stuff. And they told us to take masks right now because I can't get sick because they don't want to take out the trash. They're like, you can't get sick right now. They say I don't have to do as much as normally do, so I'm in and out of there real quick. It's basically trash and stuff like that. A few little things right now because they're not having a lot of patients come in there right now either and everything. It's very limited. Patients are actually doing all phone calls, and most of the doctors are working from home, but they still have people going in, so I still got to go in and everything like that. And even if she says I don't have to go in, I still will get paid for that too. She'll still gonna pay me for if she closes or she says I don't have to go in because it's just her trash. You can't get fired by the corona right now. If you get fired right now for calling in sick for the corona, you can sue the fuck out of your jobs. It's already started to happen and shit. People are already cracking. They were talking about it here. The kid in New York that was part of the strike at Amazon, they fired him and stuff, and the attorney general's like, nope, not happening. Nope. And anybody else, this is a warning, whether they're striking or that it's workers that don't want to come to work sick because they're afraid of getting sick and everything like that or whatever. If you fire them at this point in time, you're probably going to be hearing from me. So
they're going to unionize a lot of this shit. That's going to be the next thing, another fucking movement. Fuck that.
I did kind of strike with Instacart a little bit, but then I've done a couple orders because I'm like, but I pick and choose. I was already on strike with Instacart, but when this started up again, I was like, I can go and do this right now. It's like something else I can go and help or whatever. I'll see if there's any orders and stuff. And I kind of pick orders that I know are for older people too, because you can see what I got to go shop. And I can see what the items are and everything like that. And I'm like, yeah, that's definitely an older person's house and stuff like that. And I would rather go and help somebody that, would rather stay home and stuff versus a younger person that's healthy enough that they could go to the store on their own or something like that. You know what I mean? So I'll pick orders like that I think are for older people and stuff. And for the most part, they're older people have been people with kids and stuff that, little kids that ain't going to be able to go out or something. So. But I was already on strike. I stopped working for Instacart for over the last probably almost a year almost. I haven't really done anything because they don't treat their employees like shit. It's fucking ridiculous the money that they fucking pay you for the amount of work that you do for them and stuff. When I first started doing it was fucking great. The money was fucking beautiful. It was awesome money. It was really good. And they just keep on taking the money and want you to do more and more and more. And it's like, fuck that shit. So. When we're on strike Monday, I didn't do anything on Monday, but I've done a couple orders since then. But like I said, I'm only doing a few, and I'm only trying to help people, and it's because I know I got gloves and protection. But they just got an email. They're going to send us protection kits. We just got to tell them we want a protection kit and stuff. They're sending out masks and sanitizer and everything to everybody. Oh, and thermometers because you got to check your temperature before work now.
Are they rectal thermometers?
No, they're those ones you just stick to your forehead. I got a thermometer anyway. I check my temperature anyway.
You said you can't pass blunts like you used to, Mr. Scott? You see stars? What do you mean you just can't smoke like you used to? I get it. Thank God for weed. Thank the Creator, God, whatever's out there for weed. Thank weed for weed. That's what a lot of these motherfuckers need to do. They need to relax. Maybe they need to smoke some weed. I know Wilcox said he used to be a weed head. I don't know what kind of weed he was smoking, but he need to get some new weed and chill the fuck out. He needs to get a weed on. Slow his ass down and fucking relax. He's all over the fucking place. You forgot a shoulder pad one night? Okay.
We used to play fucking paintball without any fucking pads and protection and shit. We didn't even have safety goggles on or nothing. He used to have some fucking big ass welts all over.
I was wearing, you ain't shoot me on my fucking
Fuck that
eyes.
shit.
I definitely was wearing face goggles and a mask.
No, thankfully nobody ever got hit in the head. We would aim for the lower extremities. Nobody ever aimed for the head, but
yeah, but everybody can't shoot.
We didn't play with people who couldn't shoot. We made sure people could shoot before we would play.
Under pressure, it's a whole different thing. Fuck Fuck that. I ain't trusting nobody not shoot me in the face. I'm too pretty for that shit. You ain't shooting in my fucking face. Hell no. I used to love the paintball too. They're like, you're a big target. I was like, yeah, you gotta be able to hit me though, motherfucker. Doesn't mean you can shoot. Just because you got a fucking paintball gun, I can shoot. To light motherfuckers up. Don't get it twisted. I used to love
Yeah, that's fun. That's a good job. Beat me up. Why'd you quit that one, or why'd you leave that job?
Fuck that. Wait, you were a zombie? You get hit? Fuck that. I hear you. No, hell no. I'm good with that. You ain't shooting shit at me all damn day, every day.
Wait, KB, you went to jail for what? You were smoking K2 and you went to jail?
No, he was smoking that K2 weed.
Why did she go to jail?
I don't know.
I don't know either.
I never had no K2. Whatever that is, I don't want it. Weed, mushrooms, and DMT. That's about the only thing I'm fucking with. Maybe some ayahuasca at some point, but yeah. That's about it. I don't need no K2 or anything else. It was... Yeah, I like my brain. I don't need nothing that's gonna rot my brain. I don't need to get high like that. I never have. I didn't even smoke weed.
That's what's gonna happen next. Everybody who's got fucking COVID-19 is gonna and they think that they're cured. They're gonna turn into zombies.
Uh-oh.
I just heard a report coming out of fucking Wuhan that there's a zombie outbreak there.
Yep.
At the Umbrella Corporation.
Uh-oh.
It's all going down now, guys. It's shit's real. Shit's hitting the fan.
Where's Alice? Mila Jovovich, you ready? You got your sword and your machine
K2
gun?
is synthetic, yeah.
Oh yeah, I ain't fucking no synthetic weed. I don't know what the fuck that is. I'm good.
I'm not gonna lie. I used to fraction an occasional law or two. I'm not gonna lie. I still fracture an occasional law or two on a daily basis. Fuck the law.
Yeah, Alice and Wuhan. The Chinese source billions of masks from other countries, causing a shortage that we have now. But now they're selling masks. That's where like.
Well, all the masks come from China anyway. Besides 3M, it's like one of the only makers in the United States that actually have factories in the United States that make the masks and everything. And 3M's masks are all strictly for medical and emergency personnel and military. All the masks come from China anyway. So there's not a lot of makers of the masks in the United States, and most of them now have been shut, and they're all being distributed to law enforcement and medical personnel. But yeah, all the masks, they come from China. China, yeah, they hoarded their masks because they were there. If you got one in time over on Amazon or eBay and stuff like that, it was coming from China then too, but they were already here from China because people are already selling them because people buy them from there in bulk, and then they sell them here and stuff. Before those people ran out and they couldn't get more from China, now it's going to take a month or two. Most of the things on Amazon that are coming from China won't be here until May 7th. Some of them are starting to come in. They'll be here in April and stuff. My mask I have some replacement masks and stuff coming because the mask you gave me, the filter and stuff like that. I need new ones, so I haven't been wearing that one. But I got new filters and stuff coming from with extra masks and stuff coming that will be here in a few days. But you gotta be on there, and you gotta keep looking and watching and waiting and stuff like that to catch it and everything like that, and see when they're coming. So, but I need them because I gotta be out there and everything. I'm trying to get a full fucking face thing, but those are tough right now. The doctor says as soon as she can get them, she'll get me one. So I'm like, word.
I never smoked. They sold it at gas stations there. I don't even know what the fuck that is. I definitely never
Oh,
seen
they
that.
sold it everywhere. It was fucking all over the place. I never did it, but it was just fucking stupid. I don't do synthetic fucking stupid shit. But anyway, the last blunder's been smoked, everybody.
That's it.
Enjoy the shit in the fan. Stay positive.
Don't listen to Snake.
Till next week, or maybe this weekend. You never know. The shit might hit the fan before then.
Hit that like button on your way out. Subscribe if you haven't
Share,
subscribed.
tell everybody.
Get us up on social media. Stay in touch.
Donate to my charity.
Yeah.
Buy me a new yacht.
Yeah. Need a plane. I won't go on vacation. That'd be cheap, right?
All right, everybody. Peace and love.
Peace and love.